This is cool.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York. Recap time. Will Ben Askren retire? BMF Fight Week. Bellator recap. The MMA-Holes storm MSG. Let's talk about it with the MMA. Hit you with the wonderful, wonderfuls tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here we are. This is episode number 99. Episode number 99 of the MMA-Holes Hour. Hope everyone is wonderful, wonderful tonight
wonderful.
as we are here, sexy and swole.
And queer.
And queer. So we have a new setup in front of us over here. It looks the same to you guys. So I'm going to try to navigate through this thing tonight. I'm gonna do this to the best of my abilities, Jesse. But what do you think of our new setup? I mean, they can't see, but we can see.
This is where the community comes in, right? Because as you guys know, 2 days ago, or I think it was 2 days ago, our last in-studio stream, our monitor conked out. So we ended up having to get a new monitor. And the Moss found a way to get both monitors to work again with an adapter. But we wouldn't have been able to get this set up with the 3 monitors without you guys and your guys' support for the show, and when you guys donate and you guys do all the things when you're patrons and things like that. You guys are the reason that we have the setup now. So hopefully the show runs a lot more smoothly. Moss is a little less stressed out when it comes to producing the show because he has more space, more room to breathe. So it's all because of you guys that we have this.
The sexy community pulls it together, and now we are back up and running. And that was a quick turnaround because I was very upset. If you were here for the gaming stream on, what was it, last night?
Yeah, last night.
On the second channel, we were just trying to iron out some things, but it looks like it's good, and I could probably move this stuff over. This is great. Okay, so there is a lot to talk about tonight.
Yes.
You have BMF, which is everywhere.
Right.
As much as we are joking around about this belt situation, it is legitimately everywhere. Nate Diaz is everywhere. They had a conference call with Jorge Masvidal. I don't know if Nate got on that conference call. I only heard Jorge. But I saw Nate with Ariel Helwani, saw bits and pieces of that interview, and Nate was Nate. I mean, you need a translator, but he was Nate. And it's an interesting fight week. It really is, because we have not seen the BMF belt yet. Have they released it? I looked all over the place. I can't find it.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what this thing looks like. And in honor of the BMF belt, we have an MMA-Holes belt on its way. I hope we can get it by Friday, but probably not. We'll see what happens here, but we're going to have our own fucking belt. If the UFC can have a fake belt, we can have a fake belt too. That's how that's going to work.
Right.
So that we're going to get into later on in the show. But I do want to discuss this whole situation that happened this weekend.
Yes.
It happened early Saturday for us. And Askren got choked TF out by Damian Maia.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse. Now, were you surprised by the situation,
Yes,
Yone?
absolutely. I'm not even gonna, you don't even have to finish your question. 100% I was surprised. I thought Ben Askren had a lot more tricks up his sleeve. I thought he knew how to handle someone like Damian Maia, knowing that the guy was a freaking black belt in BJJ and he's, greatest on the ground. I thought Ben Askren was going to come in here with a better game plan. But he said it himself. He made a bad decision and he failed. And that's exactly what happened. The bad decision that he made was giving up his back and then turning over and allowing Damian Maia to just completely dominate him from there. So, yes, it was shocking to me. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me because it's Damian Maia. You know, what more can you expect?
Damian Maia he's creeping up the rankings, the list for most wins in the UFC. The guy is 27-9-0. And
did it shock you?
No, I picked him. I picked Damian. In fact, I made money. Thank you, BetDSI. Boom, boom, wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I was surprised. I don't know if I was even surprised by the finish. I really don't. I mean,
I was.
Is Ben Askren really that good? I think what we've learned is no. The answer is no. He is 35 years old, but he got choked out by a 41-year-old. So you can't really say age. You can't throw that in the equation. Maybe Ben Askren just wasn't cut out for the UFC.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're learning here. He's speaking about retirement. He's talking to Ariel Helwani about the situation with his career and what he should do next. And I would like to see him fight at least one more time, but not throw him to the wolves. I mean, Robbie Lawler, Damian Maia, Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
Those are pretty serious competitors over there. So I would like to see him a little lower in the rankings, see him attack one of those lower ranked guys and give it one more go. His striking is not very good. All he has is wrestling, and then he gets choked out. So I don't know. Would you like to see a Damian Maia? I mean, Ben Askren again?
No.
No, you're done. You've had enough.
No.
No, you wouldn't. You don't want that, huh, Jesse? Just a flat out no.
It would depend on the opponent because it's gonna take a good opponent this time for me to be in any way interested in seeing Ben Askren fight again. Only because he hasn't really done enough to prove himself yet. He's had 3 fights in the UFC, one of them a controversial win, which I don't even think he won, and the other 2 were complete losses. And to me, it's like they hyped this guy up because he was a trade for DJ, and like they made him sound like the best wrestler in the world and that nobody could compete with him on the ground and blah, 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 blah. The guy has pillows for hands. He can't strike. He can't do anything on the feet, really. He has horrible head movement. He doesn't protect his head. When he's on the ground, he's great, but that's only against other competitors who are not good on the ground. When he's against another competitor on the ground, he sucks.
What? He sucks. Conor Hernandez, that's harsh.
Fukia Boys number 99 JBH and Moss, I have Fortnite now. If you guys would like me to accompany you next time you play, I would be honored.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, if Brock Lesnar would have never done WWE, how much of a beast would he have been in MMA?
If he didn't, so you're saying if he got into the game a little bit earlier? I mean, look what he did when he came into the UFC. He came in and he fucking smashed.
Yeah.
So, what were we saying?
What if if he'd never done WWE, would he still be on the steroids?
Well, he was a cheater. That is the truth. But I mean, I'm just going by. I mean, when he was in, there were other people on steroids as well. So I'm not going to completely light him on fire for that. But if Brock came into the UFC younger, and didn't have the wear and tear from the WWE, and I think he would be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is a very good wrestler. So I mean, and he's massive, and he did win the belt when he came in, and it was a fun little run that he was on Brock. But, steroids is a thing that you can talk about. I think he would be good. I really do. It does suck now. He's, 42, 3 years old, somewhere around there?
Yeah, he's much older.
And, I don't think we're going to be seeing him in the UFC ever again. But you never know. Money talks.
But more importantly, Conor Hernandez has Fortnite now.
Oh, well, so, guys, there's a monster here. We almost were late today because she was playing Fortnite. It has become... I think we need a Fortnite intervention. I don't know what to say, Jess. Would you like to explain yourself?
I came in second place, and you want to know how I died? I didn't die because the person shot me down. This motherfucker built up because the circle was so small, built up, and I knocked down one of her walls, and the fucking trap got me. She didn't even shoot me down. She's a fucking pussy. Her trap got me. I would have come first place. I would have won. It wasn't for that stupid trap.
You do realize that there's a big portion of our audience right now. You sound like Nate Diaz to them. You're making as much sense as Nate Diaz right now because they're probably like, what is she talking? Trap, Fortnite, what is this that you speak of? There are a lot of people that still don't know what that is, Jesse. You think they should know?
I think you should check out the second channel if you're that interested in what Fortnite is.
Yeah, the second channel. Not the MMA Holes. Link in the description. You're probably going to be seeing a hell of a lot more of that. All right, so Ben Askren, what should be next for Ben? Should he...
Honestly?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. No, continue your question.
Well, what should be next, Jess?
I worry that maybe this is the end, and maybe not the end of his MMA career, but at least the end for the UFC. I can't see very many other competitors in his division that really make good matchups or make sense for him. And the ones that do, I think he's just not going to stand a chance against, especially on the feet.
All right. Chat room, what do you think? What is next for Ben Askren? I would like to see one more, but, maybe drop down, maybe an unranked fighter, to get, back in the W side of thing for Funky. See what the chat says.
Devin Jackson says, I like the gaming. Nick Cease with a laughing face. Sebastian says, Ben Askren versus CM Punk. My oldest son fights November 9th.
Imagine
nice.
he loses to CM Punk.
Mark Jackson says Fortnite is next for Ben. K-Dub says, can we somehow get DJ back? Nah, DJ's pretty comfortable at one where he is.
Listen, UFC fucked up. Now,
he's happy at one.
I got to say this. Ben has been, even though he's been losing, he's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The trash talking, the whole lead up to fights and stuff like that, he's been fun. But now, no more. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really get, he's a defeated man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not working anymore. And Mighty Mouse is still winning over there at one championship. So I think the trade was a bust.
I mean, you kind of feel bad for the guy, too, because he's got a decent personality. He does shit talk, but it's all in favor of the sport. It's not like he has any actual animosity towards anybody.
Mark D with the Uno, thank you.
Wonderful.
For the wonderful donation. Yeah, I miss Mighty Mouse. Some people hated I still don't understand how people hated Demetrius Johnson.
Thought he was great. Towards the end, though, I started getting a little annoyed. I don't know if it was because of his personality or because, we weren't really seeing much from him. I was starting to get a little annoyed towards the end. But I love Mighty Mouse. I think he's great.
There was the last 3 fights or 4 fights, I wasn't annoyed at all. But prior to that, I remember there was a little stretch where it was kind of it was a little boring. It was a little boring, like a little chunk before that last couple of fights. Then he was back in business. I enjoyed every fight.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfuckers. Waving.
Wonderful.
Oh, wait, Moss, move your mic.
Wonderful,
Move your mic out of
wonderful.
your face.
Yeah.
We need someone to screenshot this. Ready? Moss, move your mic. What is it? This one? Or this one?
She doesn't know. She doesn't know the wonderful symbol. Jesse, you take your finger. That is your ring finger. You squeeze it with your thumb. A la shocker. And then you throw another one up.
Oh, you gotta
And that is the wonderful right over there. Everyone at home, do it. Do it for me.
Do a gangsta face.
For team. Wonderful. All right. There it is.
Wonderful.
Rocking it. Now, on Friday, the reason why we give you our wonderfuls over here, on Friday, when we see you people, when we see the people in the chat, the community at MSG, because ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's official.
Yeah.
This Friday, we will be storming MSG. We will be out there 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Madison Square Garden. You better be there. Donation. Connor.
BTW, my PSN name is thecommon361. BTW, my Instagram is C0NN0RXH11. I'm 5 followers away from 100. I know it's sad, but fuck it. I blame the economy and Paolo fucking Costa. JBH, I promise first game of Fortnite. Instant win 12th Island, baby,
Wow.
let's go.
There we go.
All right, so next time we're live, I just wrote it down. We'll send you a friend request so we can get you on next time we play on the second channel.
Yes, and I do blame the economy as well. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
So that's right. This Friday we will be at MSG.
Yeah.
The BMF belt will have their weigh-ins, and we will be there before it, hanging with the boys. Now, if you're on the East Coast, come by, say hello to the MMA Holes, and we'll be storming that place, having a little fun, live streaming, and giving out some shirts and other things. And
I made a sign.
She made a sign.
I actually ordered a nice corrugated plastic sign, very decent quality sign for the MMA Holes that I will be sporting up and down with the community and chanting and wonderful.
That's right. Jesse will be sporting the sign. And the best part is we're taking the subway to get there, so it's going to be hilarious with the sign and our backpack. And
We
like, hey,
should
guys.
just drive. We should drive.
Fuck that.
Because we could put
We're
all the
going
shit in the trunk.
We're going to fucking storm the subway. We're going to storm MSG. Everyone's going to know that we are arriving.
All that shit onto the subway. The T-shirts and
Jesse, never
the
doubt me.
streaming
Ever,
gear.
never, ever doubt me.
Wonderful.
I've been on that subway. It's
Never
a mess.
doubt me. I have not failed you yet, Jesse. I have not failed you yet. So let me know in the chat if you're on the East Coast. Let me know with the ones.
Wonderful.
If you're going to be at MSG to say hello, we'd love to meet you guys and gals. And let's move on. Oh, actually, let's get into the story. I know this story is the main one over here. So let's go to the MMAHoles.com and see what Jesse has on the Ben Askren situation.
So it's actually the third story because I did do some last minute stories. If you refresh, then there's like stories above it. That one. There it is. All right. So actually I have two stories on it. The first one, according to MMA Junkie, Ben Askren mulls retirement after his UFC on ESPN Plus 20 loss, saying, "My feelings are very, very mixed." Ben Askren is debating the future of his MMA career after losing to Damian Maia at UFC on ESPN Plus 20. On Monday, Askren admitted he's undecided on what's next after going from undefeated to sitting on back-to-back losses in a matter of months. After coming out of an 18-month retirement to make his UFC run earlier this year, the goal for Askren was to become champion. The third-round submission defeat to Maia in the welterweight headliner at Singapore Indoor Stadium put that goal out of reach for the time being, and it will take tremendous effort to get that position back. Askren said on Ariel Helwani's MMA show, quote, "If I beat Damian Maia, I'm probably one more good win away from a title shot. Now I look at my path and I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of far away. Fortunes can change fast, but it's probably minimum 3 fights. It could be upwards of 4 or 5, who knows? I don't need to prove I'm a good fighter. I don't need more money. I don't need to be more famous. I don't really want any of those things that badly. What I wanted to do was prove I'm the best in the world, and now I'm looking at how far away that is and how long it's going to take me to get there and trying to weigh all of that out." After suffering a 5-second knockout loss to Jorge Masvidal in July at UFC 239 in what was his first career defeat, Askren returned for the matchup against Maia, who is a fellow grappler. Askren said he felt he was doing well before making an error that allowed Maia to sink in a fight-ending rear naked choke in the third round. Askren said the result didn't make him feel as if he can compete with the top 170-pound fighters on the UFC roster. He thinks he's capable of beating anyone on the right day, but he must make a decision of whether he wants to find out. At 35 years old and with plenty of ventures...
CBD.
CBD.
What a fitting donation.
CBD. 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 It helps with healing process and inflammation, stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Is it dangerous near the garden? I keep seeing people getting mugged.
No, listen. So what we're doing is, the way we're getting there, it's not going to be dangerous at all. Roberto Hernandez, thank you for, and who are you seeing getting Don't go to the garden, you're going to get mugged.
You can get mugged anywhere.
Yeah, that's like the best place not to get mugged.
Yeah, because there's so many people.
There's security everywhere. There's cops all over the fucking place.
The garden's actually a really cool place. We went there for the Disturbed concert, and that was the first time I've ever been there, and I couldn't complain about anything. Yeah. It was actually really cool.
Right by Penn Station. Yeah. So thank you, Roberto Hernandez, for the donation.
Wonderful.
All right, you are wonderful. Back into the story, JBH.
Well, that's pretty much it. Ben Askren is kind of weighing, both sides of whether or not he should be leaving and what that's going to do to him, his career, and things like that. He says he's not in it for the money. He's not in it for the fame or anything. He just wants to prove that he's the best. But at this point, he's not really doing a good job of doing that.
Chat room, let me know. Would you like Ben Askren to retire? Yes, retire, or no, retire?
Chris Morgan Bagel Boy says if someone tries to rob Chris and JBH, Chris will just use JBH as a shield and pee himself.
I will pee all over myself. It's a tactic. No one wants to beat up a guy that is covered in urine.
It's just weird thinking of you doing that.
Yeah.
Actually, he's
who the hell wants to fight a guy that's covered in urine?
Yeah. Retire or fight Dennis is Devontae.
Super chat.
Mark D. What up, Mark D?
Jesse is devastatingly beautiful //m/mos heart.
So both of us are beautiful, Moss.
Thank you gorgeous son of a bitch.
White Neff says Askren versus R.A. Pedophilia, no, Maia was early stop. What? The guy was fucking out. Are you retarded? James Brown says heel.
I know, Jesse, I call everyone retarded. Now you're calling everyone retarded over here.
Yeah, you know what? I never used to do that.
It's becoming a thing over here. We're just calling everyone retarded. Could you imagine that our audience is completely retarded? Maybe we're making them retarded. I don't know. Conor Hernandez.
Moss, please do the Nate Diaz impression more often, and JBH, give your Nate Diaz impression, please. BGWRIP to my boy Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Disappointed face.
Yeah.
He should have one more fight.
Yeah.
If he wins, then he can keep going.
Yeah,
if he loses,
I agree.
it's a wrap.
Is 3 fights not enough for you, though?
No, I want one more. I need a one more. You do it for me, Ben. Do it for me. I love it. I'm all into this. I don't think he's really that good when it comes to the UFC caliber, you know. But still, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch. I know he's not the best striker, but he's a fun guy to watch. So I like to see one more. So yeah, I know everyone's been requesting it, Jesse. Everyone wants.
Let's hear it.
The goods. You know, everyone wants old Nate.
Let's bring Nate onto the show.
You want to bring him on? I mean,
I say
it's been a while.
he deserves to be on the show. I mean,
Why do you think he deserves to be on the show?
Well, he's got a card coming up. I mean, he's kind of got a little hype going on around him right now because of the BMF belt, and it's a new belt. And I think if there's any other person who's better off talking about it, it's Nate Diaz.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to say this, Jesse. Nate Diaz has been doing some spectacular things as of late. You know, he has been predicting these things. He's the guy now that everyone's looking at. He's almost one of the biggest stars. You got Masvidal too. You know, shout out to both of these guys, really doing their thing.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
We got True Grit.
Once you have mixed feelings about fighting, you should retire.
Agreed.
I don't like seeing anyone reach for the sun and fail so badly, but he harassed UFC guys for years about how he'd destroy inferior competition, made him complacent with his skill set.
There you go. So there's True Grit's
I honestly,
opinion.
I hate to agree with you because I actually like Ben Askren. I like him a lot. I like his personality. I like how he handles the shit talk. I like his interviews. I like a lot about him. But it sucks because I actually do agree with you on that.
The reason why I say he shouldn't retire is because I think these guys know right after that fight, you know, if they take that loss, a devastating loss, and you could tell he was very upset about this loss, they start, you know, him retiring and not getting a chance to put his gloves in the cage or any of that stuff. I think the UFC, the biggest stage, he finally made it to the UFC. Even though it didn't go his way, he should be allowed to throw the gloves in there. You know, I think that's such a special thing that these fighters do.
Well, I think he will be.
What do you mean?
I think he will be. Like, I think after if he does take another fight with the UFC.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And it goes wrong.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, right or wrong, I think they know that moment. He is not ready to retire. He's debating it, he's contemplating it, but I don't think it's still there. I think he still has that itch. He still has something to prove to himself. So I don't think he's quite ready. Yes, he might be doubting himself now a little bit more.
Like what Poirier did.
But yeah, I don't think it's really his time. When you see these fighters, there are a lot of these guys you could see in their eyes. You're like, yeah, these guys are done.
Yeah.
They are completely done. I didn't see that with Ben Askren. So I do agree with True Grit. Like if they're, you know, contemplating it, you know, maybe it's time to go. But I don't think he really is. I think he's just throwing it out there because he's down. That's what I think. What do you think?
I could see that. I could agree with that. I think that's a fair point. Because Poirier did the same thing after he lost to Khabib. He was so defeated by the loss that he just, like, he was just ready to quit, call it quits. And then, like, a couple weeks later, he's perfectly fine and he's ready to start getting back in the cage again. Mm-hmm. So
he said he made one mistake too. He said if he didn't make the mistake, this wouldn't have happened, and he paid. He paid dearly. So you know, I think when it comes to a Ben Askren, you know, it doesn't look very good for him. It doesn't look like he's ever going to be a UFC champion. But still, I have a feeling we're going to see at least one more fight inside the octagon. Nate Diaz, what do you think about this situation? I mean, if anyone knows about, you know, being a badass because you're fighting for the baddest motherfucker belt, I mean, you should have something to chime in on with Ben Askren, right? Ben Askren is, you know, he seems like a type of guy that you would have interest in.
Let me put my mouth on my face over here. Hold on a second. Oh, it's right over here. Oh, man, my mouth is really fucking big. Jesse, just give me a second here as I put my mouth on my face. Okay, here we go. Here it is.
Your mouth's a little off.
It doesn't matter. Look at that mouth over. I'm like a fucking joker.
All right, Nate, thank you for coming on. I appreciate your mouth floating around the screen. It's fantastic content. Nate, you have a big fight this weekend, but what do you think about this Ben Askren situation? I mean, should he retire?
Well, you know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat yourself, please?
I don't know what you're saying. I really don't know what you're saying.
Well, Ben Askren, you know what I'm saying?
Nate, how do you feel going into this fight with Masvidal?
Wait, you don't want to... I still don't know what the fuck he's saying about Ben Askren. What did he say?
Well, he said, can you repeat yourself for Moss, Nate?
Oh, for sure. I was thinking when we were going back, it was when he going over there, you know what I'm saying?
I think his voice is getting worse. Like, I think that I hear you know what I'm saying. And I noticed this with Ariel Helwani, too, that he keeps asking us that if we know what he's saying, but we really don't.
Nate, is the CTE getting to you a little bit?
I don't know. It's CBD.
But CTE.
I smoke CTE every day.
No. You smoke CBD every day.
CTE.
No, I'm saying, is the CTE getting to your brain a little bit?
Every fucking day, bitch.
All right.
Stuck motherfucker.
I thought, where's the beeps? Where's the boop when you cuss, right?
This real shit over here, man. I smoke the secret all the day.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, maybe we should move on, Jesse.
I'm actually enjoying this conversation with Nate.
What is he saying? All right, maybe the BMF belts. Can we talk about that?
All right. So, listen, Nate, you've got an upcoming bout this weekend with Jorge Masvidal, and this belt was just made, and there's a lot of hype around it, but at the same time, there's a lot of people who are not too happy about it when it comes to UFC fans. What do you have to say to those who are not exactly hyped up or excited about the idea of a brand new belt being thrown into the mix?
I perceive these things and conceive perceived.
But what does that mean?
I perceive and conceive these things. I conceive them from my perceivage.
What?
I mesmerized myself with my body, and I manufactured it in my penis, and I conceived it with my perceivers.
So you're saying that...
So it's a good belt.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But,
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying, but don't you think it's taking away from the actual champions a little bit?
No. I see this thing.
Nate, you having trouble getting those words out?
Yeah, I'm gonna faint. Masvidal, Ben.
This is really awkward.
Yeah, this is. I listen. I love you, Nate, but I think it's time to go.
Now, Ariel Helwani kind of stared into your eyes, and he waited for you to say something.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, what do you think about the fight? Are you going to be victorious in this fight?
I'm gonna stuck some slap in the fucking face, and it's gonna hit him hard. You know what I'm saying?
What did you think of Conor McGregor, your previous opponent, actually designing that belt for you?
He's like a little bitch, little fucking leprechaun. I choke him out, and then I beat him by decision.
Well, you didn't beat him. Well, the second fight was a very close decision. Yes, you know some have said you possibly could have won that fight, but you didn't.
I fucking beat him 2 for 2, man, with that shit, man. With CTE, smoke that shit every day. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse, you have anything else for Nate?
Stuck him, motherfucker.
How's your brother?
Oh, we just had sex the other day. It was oh shit. Is this shit live?
Yeah, it is.
We should probably cut this short. I think he just said he had sex with his brother.
All right.
Thank you, Nate, for coming on.
Thanks,
I do
Nate.
appreciate. And good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Thank you, Nate. That was like a roller coaster.
Nate is an interesting character.
Let me know what the ones in the chat if you saw the Ariel Helwani interview at Madison Square Garden with Nate Diaz in the seats. I saw about 10 minutes of it, and I have to go back and watch some more. It was mesmerizing. Absolutely mesmerizing. All right, let's get back into the news, Jesse. I mean, that was a lot. That was a lot for me to process. What else do we have in that news?
Do you want to go to the next Ben Askren story, or do you want to go up to the very top and then wait till we get there?
Well, let's go to the top. Start it from the top, and then we'll work our way down.
So according to MMA Fighting, the Mohegan Commission has overturned Baby Slice's TKO at Bellator 232 this weekend for illegal blows. Now, if you remember, Moss, we did call the illegal blows during the fight, but it took until now for them to actually overturn it. So let me tell you what happened.
I called this shit. I said that shit was illegal.
Now, Baby Slice won't get the win at Bellator 232 after all. The Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation on Monday overturned Kevin Ferguson Jr.'s victory to a no contest, ruling Craig Campbell was fouled in the first round of the fight. Ferguson Jr., aka Baby Slice, originally was declared the winner via TKO just 38 seconds into the Dagestan stream, bout this past Saturday. As Campbell attempted to take down against the fence, Baby Slice landed a flurry of elbows that knocked him out. Replays of the fight-ending sequence appeared to show at least one of Baby Slice's elbows landing illegally to the back of the head, but several of the shots also appeared to land in the legal area, including one to the jaw that appeared to be the knockout blow. Bellator commentator John McCarthy, a longtime referee and official, noted on the broadcast that one of the blows appeared to be illegal, but that Campbell was in motion when the fight-ending sequence occurred. Brian Miner, the referee overseeing Baby Slice versus Campbell, didn't appear to declare a foul by Baby Slice before calling him the winner, but in a letter to Bellator President Scott Coker, MTDAR President Michael Mazzulli cites commission rules that allow the use of instant replay in an exhibition stopped due to injury to an unarmed combatant in order to determine whether the injury in question was caused by a legal blow. Mazzulli wrote, quote, "In the case of the above referenced bout, upon review of the tape, we have determined that the injury that stopped the bout was the result of an accidental foul, elbows to the back of the head. Since the bout was stopped in the first round of a bout scheduled for 3 rounds, we have determined that the result of the bout must be changed to a no contest." Coker said he was looking into the matter when contacted by MMA Fighting. Baby Slice and Campbell weren't immediately reachable for comment. An illegal blow to the back of the head is defined in the unified rules of MMA as this area starting at the crown of the head and running directly down the center line of the head with a 1-inch variance to each side. Referees often give more leeway to fighters on strikes of questionable legality when bodies are in motion during a fight. It's hard for the fighter striking and fighter being struck to anticipate where a strike is going in the midst of the action. Referees are considered the sole arbiters of a contest's outcome during the fight, but several jurisdictions allow an official result to be reviewed in cases where a foul is suspected to have caused the ending to a fight. In 2011 bout between Robbie Peralta and Mackenzie Semercier was overturned to a no contest when it was determined a clash of heads led to a TKO for Peralta. McCarthy sent a letter in support of Semercier's appeal of the bout.
So, all right, that was a long-winded way of saying
yeah, it was
no
overturned.
good.
Yeah,
no mas. So Baby Slice unfortunately does not get credited for the win there. Uriah Faber in the news. What's this?
Well, this is a little quicker for you. According to BJPenn.com, Uriah Faber is the massive underdog ahead of the Peter Yan fight at UFC 245. And that's pretty much all you really need to know. He's the underdog. So what do you think about that?
Well, I agree. I concur. I think he should be in the underdog in this fight. It's a fascinating fight. Uriah came back looking pretty good. And let's see what happens. Peter Yan should, in theory, throw him a beating, but
yeah, the
Uriah's
guy's an
tough.
animal.
He is. You got to give credit to Faber. He's a tough dude. I see in the chat there's a James Brown. I don't know. I think the real James Brown is dead. That might be a fake one in there. But James Brown, we do not hate Nate Diaz over here. In fact,
I love Nate Diaz.
I got my Nate Diaz shirt in there. I'll be wearing that this Saturday during the fights.
Oh, I gotta get something.
You can't
I
stop
gotta
this
get
Siberian
something.
Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Wonderful. Choo-choo.
Listening to Nate Diaz reminds me of when you're learning a new language and you gradually understand some of the words being said but not others, but you understand enough to get an idea of what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Head hurts after his interviews.
So it is getting more mumbly. I did notice that. And yeah, when we do our impersonations, they are terrible. They're horrific, but they're fun.
I blame CTE.
No, I don't think it's CTE. I think he smoked a lot of weed.
It could be it too.
This dude, listen, this is a straight dude. Like, this is the guy that grew up in hard times, and he had his brother, and they don't give a fuck, and they I don't know what that is, but they don't and Nick Diaz talks exactly the same. It's just how they talk. It's their thing. I like Nate. And I think he is smart. I think he's street smart. I don't think he's quite book smart. If you see how he puts his sentences together, like he just makes up words. He's like, is that a real fucking word? I don't know. I'm going to say it fucking anyway, motherfucker. They do say people that curse a lot are intelligent people. And Nate does curse a lot, so maybe Nate's very intelligent. Street smarts, I'd rather have street smarts than book smarts. I'm telling you, I'd rather do that. I feel in this world, especially this day and age, you can get by a lot further. You could be a doctor and all that stuff with the book smarts, but Nate Diaz, he's going to be a BMF champion. Okay, enough of that. You want to beat up the ceiling, Jesse? 50 likes. All right, everybody. Let's work out on a Monday night. Episode 99.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
Yeah!
MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes.
We've got 50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
All right, choking on a dick is 5 people and 56 are hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right, Jesse's going to go urinate.
Tinkle.
Let's get them likes up. Let's beat up the ceiling a lot tonight. 170 people watching. Thank you. You are wonderful. Go ahead, Jess. Go pee. We only have an hour, so you better fucking hurry the fuck up.
I could probably. All right.
She's like,
I was gonna be like, oh, maybe I could hold it, but I probably can't.
Now they could save the show. With 5 minutes left.
Save the show.
You can save the show.
Please save the show. Actually,
go fucking pee. What if they don't save?
I'm talking to them.
What if they don't save the show?
I'm giving them a reason to save the show right now.
You know, well, okay. Go ahead,
Don't you usually do that? Give them a reason to save the show?
Yeah, when it's 5 minutes left.
All right, forget it. 5 minutes left then. Since I'm not allowed to talk anymore because Mom controls that too.
Go fucking pee. Jesus Christ. Anyway, she's going to go pee. So on Friday, we will be at MSG for the BMF, the weigh-ins. Yeah, the weigh-ins. The ceremonial weigh-ins are at 6 p.m. We're going to be there at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be storming the gates. So if you are on the East Coast, come by, say hello to the MMA-Holes. We're going to make a scene. We're going to live stream. You could become an instant goddamn celebrity. The BMF belt. So if you go over to the UFC.com, they have the embeds up and all this stuff. And yes, this fight is intact. Nate Diaz is not on steroids. He is cleared. He is ready to go. A mysterious thing where he throws out a tweet and it gets wiped away and we're ready to rock. And thank God, because honestly, I didn't want to see Kelvin Gastelum versus Darren Till as the main event. I don't think that really quite worked. Great co-main event, but I don't know if it quite worked as a main event. Now, maybe a fight night main event, that would have been cool. But this is your pay-per-view. Here they are, Street Jesus, Nate Diaz. Beautiful pictures of the two of them. And on this card, you have Kelvin versus Till, which is a very good fight. And a good co-main event. Thompson versus Luque. Tough fight for Steven the Wonder Boy. Derek Lewis versus Blagoy Ivanov. We have Kevin Motherfucking Lee versus Gregor the Gift Gillespie. And that is your main card, and I think that's pretty fiery. I really do. Good stuff over there. Let's look at the prelims for this card. You got Corey Anderson versus Johnny Walker. Some people are saying he's the John Bones Jones killer. Shane Burgos versus Makwan Amirkhani. Brad Tavares versus Edmund Shabazian. Edmund Shabazian back in business versus Tavares. That's a pretty good middleweight fight. Andrei Arlovsky versus Rosenstruck. Rosenstruick. Jarzino Rosenstruck. Heavyweight fight. So Andrei Arlovsky on this card as well. Looking at the early prelims, Caitlin Chukagian is from Long Island. There we go. Jennifer Maya is her opponent. Lyman Good versus Chance Renkuntor. Julio Arce versus Hakeem Dawodu. And that is a pretty even, balanced pay-per-view card with a magical fake belt on top. But regardless, it's still going to be fun to watch. Jess, on a level of 1 to 10, how excited are you about the BMF card? Not the belt, the card.
Like a 10.
Whoa, 10!
This is a pretty awesome card. I'm not going to lie. Like, BMF belt aside, I think the card itself, like the main card especially, is fantastic. I have nothing to complain about.
It's fun.
Johnny Walker's on the card for the prelims. Tavares is freaking awesome. We've seen Shane Burgos fight.
We've heard him fight.
We've seen him fight before. Andrei Arlovsky. And Chukagian is even a good fight, I think. So I think this is going to be an excellent card. I'm
Number
excited.
1 contender, Chukagian, on the pre-prelims. So very balanced card, front to back. You want to get there early if you're going, and if you're buying the pay-per-view or you're watching. This is a main card on ESPN Plus. Imagine if that shit's free. That'd be the bomb. ESPN2 is where the prelims are, and Fight Pass and ESPN Plus will probably have the pre-prelims. So there it is. There is your BMF card. Now, before we get back into the news, we're going to play a couple of words from our sponsors. If you want to place a bet, well, BetDSI is the place to do it. We won this weekend. Congratulations, Jesse. Thank you, Damian Maya, for giving us our BetDSI money. We got rid of jazz hands. You want to try it again?
I can't do it.
So you can't do the MMA whole sign. Let's see.
You just went.
The fuck? I fucking jabbed your tit. I jabbed the tit.
What was that?
Here, give it to me.
It's a boob grab. Not
I know. I like to fucking.
You don't peck it.
All right. Jesus. I'm trying. Listen.
You just pecking.
Listen, I gotta get the little guys. They move a lot. Jesus Christ. There you go. All right. Fucking Jesse.
He's pecking it.
I'm pecking it. All right, so Jesse, let's see. Now I want to place a bet. Actually, let me look at the odds over here. Let me see what's going on. We have money on Nate Diaz. Shout out to Nate Diaz. We put some money on you, so you better win. And where's it sit?
Good boss.
He's still a plus 140. Nathan Diaz. Jorge Masvidal is the favorite. So if you want to drop some cash, this is how you do it, Jesse. Right? Tell him.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all the major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with link in the description below using promo code MMA, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus. Make some extra cash in sports you know and love. Yeah. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
We got money. You got money on the fights. Let us know in the chat. Wonderful. Motherfucking wonderful.
Wonderful.
I just want to shout out real quick before we continue that Sean Hart and Paul Hart now have their certificates of membership.
What does that mean, Jesse? Would you like to explain to the peoples?
You can explain it, Mike.
Well, okay. So basically how this works is this. When we send out a promotional shirt, so if it's something, our wonderful, wonderful shirts, which I don't have on now. Jesse doesn't have it on. But
I
we
have an MMA shirt on.
Yeah, but that's not the promotional shirt. So we have two promotional shirts. Let the Dragons Loose and the wonderful, wonderful shirts. Those shirts over there, there's a donation down below where you can get one of those shirts, and we're going to send one out to PBR this week. And what we're doing now is we're giving you a certificate. A certificate. Do you have any laying around or no?
Yeah. If you're only a swole MMA Hole member who's been around for a while.
Yeah. This certificate makes you officially an MMA Hole. And now Sean and Paul Hart in Australia have their certificate. And the last batch, I think we sent it to Shannon too as well. But Jesse will show you. It's a fantastic thing. It's signed by the two sexy hosts, and it makes you immortalized. You are truly an MMA Hole.
I take that back. We sent them all out.
We sent them out. Okay, we don't have it. So you have to
I thought we had
either a giveaway or down below. You know, you could do the t-shirt donation. You get one of those. All right, so that is that. Jesse, listen. I know I'm doing after the show. Today, I was a complete bum.
Shannon Stewart got her certificate today, too.
There you go. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Or
we should celebrate for the certificate owners.
Well, we don't have much time. But
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I hate that this is just an hour.
Well, you never know. If they save the show, well, we can go longer and take some phone calls. So I was going to say something else. Yes. Oh, yeah. This morning, I was lazy as fuck. I had to get all this shit together, and I couldn't get to the gym. I'm fucking pissed off. I didn't use my Theragun today. And I have to say this. Fucking miserable. I need my Theragun on my body. So after the stream, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to pow on my body, all over my body. It's right there, the Theragun. I will be using that thing because I am very tense. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, Jesse's going to... Where is it? Where did it go?
Come on,
Is that the
Mom.
one thing that I didn't fucking get? Do you see it?
Wait, you got to move the screen. Maybe it's behind OB.
No, where'd it go?
Move to your right or your left.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh, Moss.
All right, Sticker Mule, Timeless, BetDSI.
No.
All right, so no music for this.
Just look it up in your documents. It's probably still in there.
Oh, Jesse, this is what happens. So if you would explain, Jesse, what they see on the screen. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on.
So since we have 3 monitors now, things got moved around. Moss, just look it up in your documents real quick.
Oh, here we go. It should be hidden over here. I think I have it hidden. Oh, I found it. I found the song. We're saved.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out? Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning? Whether you're a rigorous athlete or a hard worker, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. Theragun helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description below and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt. Again, head over to Theragun.com with the link in the description below and start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
I can't wait. I can't wait to shut this thing down and slap my body with that Theragun. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, joyously playing some music here, Jesse. Why?
Do you own a business, event, or organization and are looking for the most efficient tools for marketing and advertising? Sticker Mule offers easy online ordering with a 4-day turnaround and free online proofs with free shipping. Use the link to Sticker Mule in the description below and get incredible promotional materials such as durable and waterproof vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape, labels, bumper stickers, and more. Sticker Mule offers full color printing at the highest quality that you deserve. Free shipping, free online proofs, fast production, satisfaction guaranteed. We use Sticker Mule for all of our marketing needs and we've never been happier with the products that we receive.
Oh, I love it.
Visit Sticker Mule with the link in the description today.
They do have beautiful stickers. I've noticed this, Jesse. Every time we get in the car and we drive to certain places, rain or shine, perfectly intact. What a quality sticker. I'm not going to say where I see them, but man, oh man, they are so intact. Okay, and last but not least, Jesse. Ooh.
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch are third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products, such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily, and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
Oh, it is wonderful, wonderful, that Timeless.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The best. Really the best CBD products. Down below in the description, you get 20% off with MMA.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Back into the news, JBH, as we're flying through this show. Will someone save it? Whoa, you in a tunnel? Hey, I'm in a tunnel too, Jesse.
I don't know where I went there.
How did we get stuck in here?
I don't know.
Oh, man, how did we find our way out? Well, can you, I don't know.
I found it. I found it. I see it. I see it. I
see the hole?
Yeah, come, follow me. Follow me.
Oh, okay.
I said follow me. Come on.
All right, here we are.
All right. Jeez Louise. All right. According to the Bleacher Report, always expect the unexpected with Nate Diaz and the UFC. It was quiet, maybe a little
fuck it, man.
too quiet.
I'm back in business, motherfucker. My mouth will fucking up. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? I'm fucking back again.
I'm quite swell. Thanks for coming back, Nate. How are you?
Oh, you know my hat's on backwards. I'm fucking around right now. What's going on, JB?
Nate the Great.
What the fuck you say, baby?
Nate the Great. That's what they're calling you, right?
I'm the best man on the fucking planet. I'm BMF champion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying. All right. Can I read your story real quick?
You sure can.
All right. Thanks, Nate.
Real quick, Jesse, I gotta say something right now.
Sure.
They were asking you to do an impersonation of me when I try out.
Oh, but I can't do that. I'm not good at impersonations.
Come on, man. Let's fucking do it.
No.
Let's fucking do it. Stop, motherfucker.
No. You see, you have such a unique voice that I think it wouldn't be fair for anyone to try and impersonate you.
Come on, motherfucker. Don't be a quick bitch. Fucking.
All right, I'm gonna read your story. Given the controversy and conscientiousness that has symbolized the 34-year-old's career in mixed martial arts, the idea he could have gotten from fight launch press release to a post-fight press conference with nary and radar blip was pretty preposterous. But yeah, this one was nuts, even with BMF standards. For those who've spent several days under a Wi-Fi bereft rock, the Diaz-Jorge Masvidal main event of November 2nd's UFC 244 show at Madison Square Garden was jeopardized on Thursday when Diaz, long and outspoken champion of clean competition, took to Twitter to announce he'd been told he'd shown elevated levels of a banned substance during an October test by USADA. He posted that tweet, his 6-word tweet, saying, quote, you're all on steroids. Yeah, you're all on steroids, not me, was accompanied by a lengthy attachment in which he said he'd not be fighting unless UFC USADA or whoever is fucking with him fixes it. He said, quote, I'm not going to play their game and try and hide it or keep it quiet as they suggested. I'm not going to have my name tainted as a cheater like these other motherfuckers who keep quiet until after the fight just so they can get paid. I don't give a fuck about some money over my dignity and my legacy. I'm not playing along with this bullshit.
How did they find a translator or some shit?
Yeah, I guess so. The Stockton, California native was never actually banned from the fight.
Super chat.
Ben Funky should go back to his real job, hentai.
Oh, boom, roasted.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Captain Subliminal, for the donation.
He was never actually banned from the fight, but his sudden Thursday declaration and since deleted Friday tweet in which he demanded UFC boss Dana White clear his name or he ain't doing shit instantly set the octagonal face-saving dial to full speed ahead. Dana White then tweeted on October 26th, quote, the fight is on. I 100% knew Nate wasn't taking anything to cheat. Hashtag UFC 244 November 2nd MSG. Hashtag BMF. Along with the picture of the poster. Now, he took to Twitter to insist this. UFC also released a lengthy statement that both chronicled a long-time review of the organization's anti-doping policy in conjunction with USADA and simply or implicitly stated, quote, Diaz has not committed an anti-doping policy violation, has not been provisionally suspended, and is not subject to any sanctions. According to the statement, Diaz's levels of LGD-4033, known commercially as Ligandrol, a prohibited selective androgen receptor modulator, SARM, were below a revised minimum threshold agreed upon by the UFC and USADA as an innocent contamination. Subsequent lab testing in Utah confirmed 2 bottles of an organic vegan plant-based daily multivitamin he was using were contaminated with LGD-4033.
I didn't take any fucking drugs with you motherfucker.
Which resulted in his positive sample. Exactly as he suggested in his initial tweet, it's a legit baddest motherfucker in the game move, said Graham Hunter, sports anchor at ABC's WRTV affiliate in Indianapolis. But even he was surprised at the level of ballsiness to which Diaz ascended.
All right. Well, there he is. That is your baddest motherfucker, or maybe not. I looked over at our community section, and let's refresh this thing. Let's give it a refresh. We did a poll. Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal, who is the baddest motherfucker? Who wins the BMF belt? And 62% say the underdog, Nate Diaz, is going to win, Jesse. What do you think about that?
I can't tell you.
Why?
Because I haven't even made my own decision on it yet. I've still got to do my fight briefing. And
percent say Nate Diaz is going to beat Jorge Masvidal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is very interesting.
Now, I am part of the 62. I am, I placed the money. I placed the money as soon as the fight was made. I was like, I'm going Nate. But 62. And Nate is not the favorite.
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal is. So if this is the case, then more of a reason to go to BetDSI and place that bet at a plus 140. But it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, Jesse.
crazy.
62%. I didn't think it would be that lopsided. I honestly thought it'd be a little bit closer. But, I mean, when it comes to popularity, I got to think Nate Diaz, you know, he's got that weird charm, man. There's something about him that you kind of want to watch. You want to watch him fight. You want to watch his interviews. There's something about him.
Yeah.
Now, I did notice this, and this is kind of getting creepy. I noticed that Jorge Masvidal has this thing now. All of a sudden, like, he's sexy. Now, what's this about, Jessica?
I've always thought Jorge Masvidal was a decent-looking guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I never thought that.
I actually like him better with the long hair than the shorter hair.
Like, every time you look and you see, like, any thread about Jorge Masvidal in a chat or some shit like that, you see, like, some chicks, like, literally throwing themselves at him, like, oh my God, he's so hot.
I don't know if he's cute enough to do that. Like, I feel like there's other fighters who are cute enough to kind of throw yourself at, but I just think Jorge Masvidal is a good-looking guy. I don't know if he's good-looking enough to throw yourself at. Like, he's not that good. Like, he is
I met
good-looking.
him in person. I got to say this. I didn't find him attractive at all. I didn't want to have sex with him.
Yeah, he does have certain physical qualities.
In fact, I wanted to give him change. Like, I guess, like, homeless is hot. Homeless is the new hot.
No, he doesn't look homeless, though. He just, like,
I met him in person. He looks homeless.
Nah. Does he smell homeless?
He looks like homeless Jesus.
Does he smell homeless?
No, he smelled fine. He's a really nice guy too. Really super nice guy. Super necessary. But it's crazy. It really is. Now let me know in the chat. I mean, listen, no homo.
Listen,
guys.
he's not so attractive that you would throw yourself. Like, I would never throw myself at him. You know, I don't think he's that attractive. But there are certain physical attributes.
Yeah.
Like,
people love him. They think he's the hottest thing.
I mean, he has got some decent looks, but I don't know if
Guys,
I'd put Brian Ortega over Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah. Well, Ortega has he's got the feminine look though. He doesn't
look feminine. He looks.
I'm saying
good.
it wrong. Yeah, he has like the features, the soft features where he looks like a model.
Yeah,
like Ortega.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm going full Gaylord right now.
Gaylord.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy, Ortega, right? If
Yeah.
I was gonna go gay, I'd probably go gay with Ortega.
I'd put him over Masvidal.
But I don't know if I go gay with Masvidal. I don't think it would happen. In fact,
I don't know.
I would buy him a sandwich or something like that. You know, this is a funny story. Jorge Masvidal borrowed money from my buddy Diaper John.
Oh yeah, I heard this story.
He borrowed money. He's like, yo, man, I'll get you back. Right before he did the interview with me. He's like, yeah, I'll get you back, brother. Never got him back. I mean, he was no fucks given, Jorge Masvidal. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe he's homeless. Now, he was with Mike Brown, so, I mean, I'm sure Mike Brown was taking care of him at the time. But, yeah, that's Jorge Masvidal over there. Let me know in the chat. What do you rate him out of 10? Like 10 being like the sexiest guy around.
Is the chat frozen, Moss?
It could be.
On your side?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is too, because it's moving on the screen. It's just not moving over there.
What the fuck happened?
Super chat.
Super chat.
Van Shipman.
Sadly, Kenshiro versus Paige Van Zandt is cancelled.
What?
Disappointed face.
That's not happening.
Kenshiro
what the fuck?
versus Paige Van Zandt is canceled. Sean Hart says, why does 9 out of 10 fighters shave under their neck? You're supposed to.
Yeah, I do it too.
Yeah, like it shapes your beard. If you don't shave under your neck and it doesn't shape your beard, like it just looks weird. Especially if you have a double chin and you don't shave under your neck, then it's like you got like this like flat thing of hair. Like it doesn't look good. You gotta shave under your
my
neck.
beard's actually pretty short right now. It's usually a little bit longer, but yeah, I always go up to here.
Yeah, you gotta shave under
your
neck.
Get rid of this stuff. This stuff over here, it's a difference between homeless look and
meant your chest.
Oh, chest?
Chest is different.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what are we talking about? We gotta save the show. It's time to save the show, friends.
Please save the show, guys. I want to stay on longer.
The clock has begun.
Please.
You could be a hero.
I don't want to leave you.
Super chat.
Who we got here?
Harvey Weinstein.
Masvidal has been too happy and smiley lately.
He has.
Diaz win.
Oh.
Maybe he got a new girl.
Wonderful.
Diaz wins. All right.
Maybe he got some new poontang.
Maybe. You know what? Throw the 2 minutes on the board over there. Give
that was
that
to
to
save the show, Moss. What is that? 2 minutes?
It was within the 5. No, you don't think so? It's within the 5.
No, he donated that before we even started it.
Give him the 2. It's within the 5.
Fuck?
Here we go.
Even...
Be a hero. You can be a hero. Any donation that comes in with this timer going, you can save the show. $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 more minutes, $20, 20 more minutes, and so forth. Will you be a hero?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Now, I didn't get the rating on Masvidal real quick. Out of 10, what do you rate him, Jesse?
Oh,
I mean,
by
this is
looks?
very important, yeah.
Oh, shit. No, he wouldn't be up.
10 would be, like
Listen,
hottest
I
of the
said
hot.
he had good qualities, but he's not hot. So I would probably give him like a 5 or 6.
A 5 or so. I mean,
I said he had good qualities.
Okay.
But he's not hot. Like, I wouldn't throw myself out there.
I was going 5 too. I'm going 5 too. Pulse. What do you
Jesse,
got?
I am going to have to pull out of the agreed rematch due to personal effects.
Okay.
But I want to reconvene for UFC 245 Usman v. Quaffington. Deal or no? Save the show.
Well, we have to come to terms on what would be the consequence / win. But I'm cool during the next pay-per-view. If you want to agree upon something with me, then I will challenge you at our picks. I am willing to do that. But
So
we
he's
have
not competing this one.
not competing this one.
Okay.
I will compete with you for the next pay-per-view, but we have to come to a conclusion first on what the deal is before we make that move. Because I'm not going to promise something that I'm not going to give you.
There you go. Pulse makes it 4 minutes. So 4 more minutes to save the show. Thank you, Pulse Reloaded. You are
Wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful, wonderful. As we're waiting to see who saves the show, we're rating Jorge Masvidal. Jesse gives him a 5. I give him a 5.
Like I said, he's got certain qualities about him that are cool, like his beard and his eyes.
Yeah.
But he's not someone that I would throw
He's
myself
not
at.
dreamy?
No, he's not dreamy. So I'd probably give him a 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, Brian Ortega's like an 8.
An 8?
You know, because there's certain things about him, too, that aren't
Yeah.
great.
He looks like a lizard, too.
Nah, Brian
A little bit.
Ortega's like, you know, he's
All
like
right.
on a...
Let's see what they rate. Oh, shit! It's about to go down! Roberto Hernandez with the Michael Anzalone! Anzalone! Michael Anzalone! Anzalone! Let's go! Michael Anzalone!
Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mississippi girlfriend. Time out trolls, welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and grown, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up! Save the show, for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalone.
Wow! Michael Anzalone donation.
Save the show. Hopefully
Michael.
Canelo and Nate get the W Saturday.
Roberto with the 20.
Yeah! Yes! 1975!
Roberto
Wonderful.
Hernandez!
All right, Jesse, that is 24 more minutes. Thank you, Roberto. You are wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Jesse can't do it as quick as me. Wonderful, wonderful. There we go. Michael Anzalone donation with 1:17. Will it get extended anymore? We'll find out. And shout out to Michael Anzalone. He's the best. He really is the best.
T-shirt.
What? There he is! The Anzalone!
T-shirt and help the show. 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 T-shirt and help the show.
Save the show. Can I have a wonderful, wonderful T-shirt
Of
and all of
course.
those certificates?
Woo!
That would be
Yeah!
real cool.
All right, Mikey, I got you. Hold on.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So we got Mikey with a certificate and a wonderful, wonderful T-shirt. T-shirt.
There we go. Look at
and
that.
a certificate.
Thank you, Michael Anzalone, and everyone that donated. 19 seconds left in the Save the Show.
That is.
And we are rolling.
An hour and.
Oh, we got a time machine happening right now.
Got a smartphone.
And I need a time machine. Oh, man. We're going long tonight. Time's up. Woo! At the buzzer.
Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I'll eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me.
Wow.
Save the show.
Woo!
There you go. Life on motherfucking autopilot.
An
How many
hour
minutes?
and 24 minutes.
Yeah, we're going long. Drop a wonderful, wonderful in the chat. Hour and 24 more minutes. Woo! You ready to party, Jesse?
I'm so ready.
Chat room, you ready to party? Yes! Monday night, episode 99.
Super chat.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Joke 7!
Let's save the show.
Oh, shit!
Woo! An hour, 29 minutes, Moss.
Fuck it, Jesse. Let's throw it in there!
Oh, wait. Celebrate. I think this is time to celebrate.
Wow.
Let's celebrate
Wonderful,
the greatest
wonderful.
show in the world. MMA-Holes. Moss, an hour and 29 minutes. I think it's time to celebrate.
You're doing... Hold on a second. You're doing the 50 likes fist pump with the Celebrate song. And I'm like...
I'm just trying to find a way to celebrate. Oh.
I just feel so
It's getting about special right now. Conor Hernandez with the 11.
I've got a special face.
Oh. Attention is short. Bust to outer space. Perfect timing.
A
Special place.
GSP abducted me.
I'm from an alien race. Special face. Special face.
Holy shit.
Special face.
Oh, God.
Wow, Conor. What do you got here?
Save this fucking show. Save it, bro.
Wow.
Be Paulo Costa, bitch.
Damn.
12th Island, baby, let's go.
Wow.
Nate Diaz wins by technical submission in the 4th, baby, let's go.
Yeah, let's go,
Brazil,
Nate.
baby, let's go. I want a girlfriend, baby, let's go.
Get my
JK,
girlfriend.
I got the holes, baby, let's go. Flex biceps.
All right.
Celebrate! I can't help but celebrate. Let's masturbate and commemorate. Flip off the hate. Let's get this straight. I came to make MMA great. Again, my friend.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Creative with the trait of stimulative, non-cooperative attitude. We got the gratitude, so we celebrate the rate of the holes and the trolls, helping us make the goals. This hierarchy, we're an army, the most snarky, no mercy, controversy. We're the wonderful MMA underworld. Stand up.
MMA Holes, greatest community in the world. Everybody, get off your asses and let's celebrate. I can't help but celebrate. Let's masturbate and commemorate. Flip off the hate. Let's get this straight. I came to make.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How about that? You guys and gals have extended the show. You saved it. And now we are going 1 hour and 36 more minutes. We're going to get to some more news. We're going to open up the phone lines. This is BMF Fight Week. It's a big fight week. And yeah, no Fuko Friday this Friday. We're going to be bringing it back. Don't think it's gone. It will come back eventually, but there's a lot going on here in the MMA Holes world. Friday, we want to meet you. We want to meet the MMA Holes in front of Madison Square Garden. That's what we'll be, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Show up, say hello, take some pictures, hang with the boys.
Hang with the boys.
All right. Wow, this is a fiery night. I mean, it is Monday, and I'm thinking that it's the BMF. I think that the people are loving it. Whether you like or hate the belt, the card is good, right? We can complain all we want about this belt. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Pedophilia says she's not coming back. Could you imagine like all that and Jesse just bounces? She's just like, yeah, I'm not coming back. She must have explosive diarrhea, says Richard Solomon. It's Fukoff Monday. What do you have? She has to pee a lot. All right. That's what she has.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Got my Hey Ladies, I Drink Pineapple Juice shirt on. Shout out to the ladies that love sucking down that pineapple jizz.
Excuse me? Don't ever say that again.
What?
I will smack you sideways.
That's the joke of the
Shout out
shirt.
to the ladies who like swallowing that pineapple juice.
Well, I'm shouting
Nigga,
you out.
please, I will saw your penis off.
I am shouting you out. What the fuck?
No.
I am shouting you out, Jesse.
Shout out to the ladies.
Okay, Jesse.
Moss.
Why do you got to be such a buzzkill?
Oh, snap.
All right, anyway, let's open up the phone lines. As Jesse almost went to the BH land. Let's see. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to get the phone lines ready.
All right.
We have any, I mean, we have a lot of stories to get to.
Yeah.
We didn't get to everything. So you want to touch on one more story?
Sure.
And we'll open up the phone lines.
Absolutely, I will. But you got
Okay.
you gotta throw the
Listen, I got a lot of shit going on.
story thumbnail on there.
What story would you like to go into?
By the way, I heard Moss talking about everyone like showing up at the event this weekend at the weigh-ins when we're there. You better fucking show up, man. I saw a lot of ones in the chat when I asked last week who was in the area or nearby who'd be able to make it, and I saw a lot of ones. So I will be very fucking disappointed if you guys pussy out on me and don't fucking show up. I want to meet you guys. And this is rare.
It's very unlike her.
I never want to meet you guys. I actually want to stay as far away from you fucks as I possibly can. So the fact that I want to meet you guys this weekend, please show up. That's all I got to say. This is the only time you're ever going to get me to actually want to meet you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you think Kenshiro will come?
I think, no.
You don't?
No,
Why?
because I would like him to because I think he's funny. I think he's fun to hang around with. Like last time.
I didn't ask you that, but I asked you, do you think, why don't you think he's going to come?
I'm saying I would like him to hopefully maybe draw him in to come, but you're kind of like.
I think he's coming.
I do. Because every time we've invited him to an event, like the last 3 or 4 events we've invited him to, he's never really shown up to those.
The last 2 he went to. What are you talking about?
No.
You keep talking about Triton fights.
Yeah. Like
he doesn't want to. He doesn't like watching fights. We found this out. We've realized what's going on here.
Oh, he said send me location. All
see,
right.
he's coming.
I want him to.
He likes going to these things. You know, the last time in front of Madison Square Garden, he ran into Mark Raimondi.
MSG. Kenshiro, Madison Square Garden.
Hold the MSG. We'll be there.
Yeah,
Kenshiro.
Friday, right?
Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to like 6-ish. Conor Hernandez.
Where will we be, inside or outside?
Save the show. Let's play Fortnite right now, boys.
Yeah!
If you say no, then I guess I'll just have to accept it. Just like how Paolo has to accept that he is a bitch.
Whoa,
Let's
shit.
play Fortnite right now!
Well, since this is an audio version, the Podbean and iTunes tonight.
No, I get played in the corner, and we'll never acknowledge
that's not
that
happening.
I'm playing the
but
game.
maybe tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, it's very possible.
Dang
you'll see
it. We almost had him, Connor.
All right. Thank you, Conor Hernandez.
Now, Coach Mikey says, will we be inside or outside? We will be outside. We're going to be fucking with the crowd out there during the weigh-ins and handing out shirts and doing games and little competitions and things. We'll have a big MMA hole sign. You won't miss us. An 18 by 24 size sign. Yeah, look for Moss's big ginger head.
Watch out for that.
By the way, it is going to be cloudy that day, so I would dress accordingly. But it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun.
Just like the mother hen. It's going to be cloudy, so dress...
I want to protect. I want to make sure they're okay.
Bring an umbrella.
Like,
just in case.
I don't want you to be cold or like, uncomfortable. I want you to dress comfortable for the situation.
All right, there you go. Mother hen BH.
Listen.
All right, Jess. Let's get one more story in, and
All right.
we'll take some phone calls. We got to talk to the people. The people need to be heard.
All right.
You know?
According to Bloody Elbow, Conor McGregor has insulted Dagestan at his presser and has a bottle thrown at him by a Dagestani fan.
Oh, where's the video? Does anyone have Is the video on here?
Yes. Yeah, it is on the link if you want to click
hysterical.
that. But let me read you the story first. All right. Now, Conor McGregor has long promised to go to Russia, although his initial pledge was to fight in the world's largest country. He has delivered on half of his promise as he travels through Russia drumming up business. TMZ.com speculated that perhaps part of his motivation for meeting the press in Russia was to avoid hard questions about sexual assault allegations levied against him in Ireland. If his goal was to avoid conflict, he failed as things grew contentions between the Irish fighter and a Dagestani fan. According to RT.com, in his Moscow press conference, Conor stated, quote, "Where's my location? The Ritz-Carlton. I'm in the Ritz-Carlton if anyone wants my location, right in downtown Moscow. Where is he right now? I believe he's out of the country. I fly in, he flies out. Typical of the Dagestani man." When asked if he had ever been to Dagestan, McGregor replied, "I wouldn't go to Dagestan to take a shit, and that is the truth." McGregor's comments did not end there. He expanded his character assassination to all Dagestanis by saying, quote, "He can run, and he does run. It's in the nature of the Dagestani man to run. Every great Russian knows this about the Dagestani men. Every Chechen knows this about the Dagestani men. They run and they cower." Unsurprisingly, this did not go over well with a Dagestani fan who attended a subsequent workout event. The fan yelled, quote, "Me and my people and my father are cowards. What did we do to you?" The man threw a bottle at McGregor from the back of the room. The toss was high and wide. While McGregor ducked, he was not in danger of being hit. McGregor has not been shy in his appreciation of Putin, gifting him naturally a bottle of Proper 12 and gleefully reporting Putin has promised to try it. He has been on late-night Russian TV and been met by a large crowd of fans. However, McGregor's primary purpose in Russia is to promote his comeback fight January 18th in Las Vegas. That fight will not be against Khabib Nurmagomedov, reigning lightweight champ and holder of the longest active undefeated streak in MMA. Instead, McGregor looks to get back into the action against another opponent. Cowboy Cerrone and Justin Gaethje are widely considered the most likely to face McGregor. McGregor laid out an ambitious plan for 2020, covering 3 fights and concluding with his rematch with Nurmagomedov in Moscow.
Well, here we go again. Now, this is the video. I don't know if you guys see it. It happened a couple of days ago, and we haven't had a chance to really show it on air and talk about the situation. But yeah, you know, I mean, the guy had a point. You know, Conor, watch the video.
They sold items in the grocery with my face on it.
See, so now he's explaining to the guy why he said those things about the Dagestani people. They sold items in the grocery store with his face on it. I mean, who cares, right?
They sold items in the grocery
All
store.
people, my father, my brother, you think a cover?
Yes.
Why cover?
Don't throw
My father, what do for you?
Maybe they should not have sold chickens in the grocery store with my face on it. Who's a chicken? I'm right here. Right here. Press conference in this country. So who's a chicken now, huh? You know? You can't take it. You can't take it. Don't give it. So it's as simple as that.
Wow. I mean, what do you think
I
about
gotta say, now,
the head movement, Jess?
I'm not a big fan of Conor's antics as of late, but this one, I'd be lying if I said I didn't actually appreciate him a little more during this situation, because not because he insulted Dagestan, because I'm a huge Khabib fan, but the fact that he stuck to his guns. You know, he didn't lie just to try and kind of like kiss someone's ass. He said it how he feels it, and I respect that, you know?
Well, I feel that he had this already planned when it comes to, he knew someone eventually was going to say something. I mean, listen, you're in hostile territory. For the most part, it seemed like it went well, promoting his proper 12 and all that bullshit. But I think he had it ready. Yeah. You know, if they say something, I'm going to talk about the grocery stores and all this shit. But, I mean, I think the fact that, look at the reflexes, Jesse. I mean,
he
watch
said,
this.
after the bottle was thrown, he goes, don't throw a bottle. Listen to what he says.
They sold items in the grocery with my face on it. They sold items in the grocery
All
with my
people,
face
my father, my brother, you think a cover?
Yes.
Why?
Wait, listen.
But he's just like, yes, just talking over him.
But listen to what he says.
Cover.
He goes, don't throw a bottle.
But he sees these things, Jesse. He sees them. He knew the bottle was coming. Like, watch. He said, "Don't throw a bottle before the bottle even came." Watch how mystical he is.
They sold items in the grocery with my face on it. They sold items in the grocery
All
with my
people,
face.
my father, my brother, you think a cover?
Yes.
Why cover?
He says it as he's telling them.
Maybe they should not have sold chicken.
Oh, God. Oh, it's so great. The guy threw a bottle at him. What do you think?
Like I said, I don't really appreciate Conor very much anymore. He's the reason I got into the UFC, so I'll always have respect for him for that. But I don't really like him anymore. But now, after seeing this, it's like I kind of have a newfound respect. Because like I said, he just said it how it was. It's not like... Now, I hate that he disrespected Khabib and things like that because I like Khabib. That's a biased opinion. Mm-hmm. But I do like... how he just kind of said it how it is. He said it how he feels. He's just being honest, you know? Like, it is what it is. It's just... I respect that. I can't lie. Like, I respect that. I don't like what he's done over the last few years, but I respect that the way he handled this situation.
That guy was a real retard.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The guy that threw the bottle, I mean, why is he so mad? I understand he finds it disrespectful. I get that. But
no, it was because Conor... It wasn't that Conor disrespected Khabib. It was Conor disrespected all of Dagestani and all Dagestani people.
Here's the thing. It's all theatrics, right? Whether he is racist or against religions or whatever the hell he's doing over there, he's a public figure that's saying stupid shit. By throwing a water bottle, what is this guy getting out of it? By wanting to fight someone for saying stupid shit? Who gives a fuck?
Have you thrown things when you're upset?
I've thrown things upset, but not at other people for no reason.
Yes,
not for no reason.
At least it wasn't a dolly.
At least it wasn't a dolly. Yeah, right. But in fairness, the dolly was thrown because his boy got slapped. And what did we say? Like, even though it's completely wrong to fucking throw a dolly through a bus like a fucking lunatic.
It's wrong to throw anything at anybody when you're angry.
But I look at it this way. If my buddy's getting slapped or some shit like that, yeah, I've been in situations where haven't thought rationally. This guy has said things about Dagestan. When? How long ago was that? Like, he was going on Twitter, going back and forth with Habib. It's like, what is this guy? This guy's plotting. Like, oh shit, McGregor's coming to our country. Let me get my bottle ready, and fucking throw it at him. Like, what is he doing here? What is he like?
You have gotten angry before, and in the moment of anger, without thinking about it, you just decided, let's throw something.
Jesse,
right? No, I'm asking. Have you done?
When have I done that in public?
No, I'm not saying. Now, in public is a different story.
Yeah, when have I done that?
But I'm saying, when you are angry, and I'm using this in general, not towards you or anything, but just in general. When someone is angry and they get lost in that moment of anger.
I'm about to throw you right now. I'm about to throw you.
I'm not making this about you. I'm saying.
Go ahead. You did. But go ahead.
I'm saying, if someone gets lost in the moment of anger and they start to do things or say things that they wouldn't normally do or say because they're lost in the moment of it, they see red, right? You see
Why
that,
is he angry?
All the time. So, because he feels that his father and his brothers have been in some way insulted by Conor's words.
Listen.
I'm not defending.
I don't know what you're saying. I honestly, if you're not defending the guy, then what do you?
Why he threw the bottle?
You really find logic in why he threw the bottle.
Sometimes when I get really angry, I slam things.
When have you thrown anything at a person in public?
You're right. I've never thrown anything at anyone, but I don't feel the need for physical harm on another person. I put that energy in slamming things.
Okay.
And it's the same thing.
This is a dumb conversation.
No, it's not. It makes perfect sense.
This is why I'm going to say it's a dumb conversation.
Throwing a bottle.
You're missing my whole point.
I
know, but you're making a point about something so stupid. What I'm saying
you said,
here
why would he throw a bottle?
The pussification. Everyone is so sensitive. That's what I'm saying here. Like, I think you're missing the whole point.
But he feels his family was insulted.
What's that?
He feels his family was
insulted. Why was his family insulted?
When he asked Conor, he said, so my father, my brothers, Conor was saying yes. He
was saying yes. He was listening to him.
No. He was saying yes. When he said my father, my brothers, and all of them, he goes, so they're cowards. Again. And Conor says yes.
They sold items in the grocery with my face on it. They sold items in the grocery
All people, my father, my brother, you think a coward?
Yes.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Roberto.
To be fair, McGregor should have kept that energy when he was face to face with Khabib. Khabib's response was hilarious. Was this he fights bus?
He fights bus, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got to say this. Well, yeah, he got a little tired. He didn't get gassed here because it was still in the first round.
What coward? What coward? My father, what do for you?
My father, what did he do to you?
His father and his brothers a coward. And he said, what did they ever do to you? And he
didn't call his brother a coward? What are you talking about?
No, he said, so my father, my brothers, he goes, they're all cowards. And Conor says, yes.
He's yesing him basically like, shut the hell up. That's what he's doing.
But no, that's not how the guy took it.
They sold items in the grocery with my face on it. They sold items.
I mean, look how terrible. They sold items in the grocery store with his face on.
Oh, man, you will defend him for anything.
No, I'm not defending him. What I'm saying is this whole thing is so stupid. Conor saying the grocery thing is dumb. It's dumb, right? It's a dumb excuse.
Yes.
But the guy throwing the bottle is a fucking lunatic.
But what I'm saying is you can't call him a lunatic because he threw a bottle.
Why?
You've even said yourself that in fits of rage you've done things.
Not in public.
Yes, you said that you've done it in public.
Okay. Anytime I've gotten angry in public is if someone hit me, if someone hit my friend.
How about all those bar fights you've been in?
Yeah, because a punch was thrown.
That's public fits of rage doing immature things. Like this guy. This guy threw a bottle immaturely in a fit of rage.
Okay, Jesse, this guy was heckling him at
he wasn't heckling
why are we
him.
Having this conversation?
You asked the question.
You're just arguing for no. Why are you arguing?
No, I'm not.
Stop it.
This is pure evidence, guys. Did he not ask?
I'm gonna throw you now.
What is wrong with you?
No,
Why can't I talk?
Because my mind is. You lure me down these paths, and I take the bait every fucking time.
No, I didn't lure you down anything.
What are we talking about?
Did you not ask a question about why he would throw a bottle?
Okay, yeah, and
I answered it.
But the conversation
but you don't like
is dumb.
the answer, so now
no, it's not that I don't like.
fault.
I disagree, but I don't give a fuck.
Now I'm the one arguing.
No, I don't care. I honestly, please.
Sometimes I want to fucking rip your head off. And like throw it against the wall.
Your argument's ridiculous. It is. That's why I feel like I'm getting dumber listening.
I'm pretty sure he's the one who asked the question first.
No, but what I'm saying is, I asked you the question. I heard what you said.
Just like Conor, Moss started it.
Okay, you don't have to repeat yourself over.
But I'm not repeating myself.
Okay, can we move on? Jesus Christ, it's just a weird rabbit hole we got stuck in, and I'm trying to pull myself. I'm trying to myself out of this thing.
Sometimes I think you are mentally retarded and don't know how to handle a situation.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Practice what you preach. Okay, so
well,
anyway.
Listen, if it's about Conor, then immediately you can't handle it.
Why are you getting so mad?
I'm not mad. Why do you think I'm mad? What, do I look mad to you?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I look ready, not mad.
You gonna throw a bottle at me?
For you, because you can't handle anything when it comes to Conor.
No, I just said, can we move on?
If someone says anything
Christ.
about someone against Conor,
I'm not defending him. What I'm saying
you
is,
can't handle it.
No, I'm not defending Conor. I said what he said about the grocery store is stupid. I said the guy getting, you're missing my whole point, and you're like acting like that guy now. People are
That's right. Dagestan.
Yeah, people are so sensitive, and that's the point of the conversation.
I'm raging. I might throw a water bottle at you.
They're so sensitive. Why? No more sensitive.
If you don't stop, I'm going to throw a water bottle at you, Moss. I'm raging right now.
Okay. Anyway. That was weird. Okay, anyway, let's move on because that got like really strange. So anyway, I guess we'll move on from this story over here since I wanted to get the opinions from the chat, but it just got all fucking weird. So let's move on. What's the next story over? Fucking A. Leon Edwards, tell me about this.
Leon Edwards versus Tyron Woodley co-main event is in talks for the Conor McGregor comeback card, according to Rocky. We don't know when the Conor McGregor comeback will be. We don't know who it will be against, but it looks like they're looking to make it a potential main event, and if they do, it would make sense for them to make it a fight night. That being the case, Leon Edwards versus Tyron Woodley is prospected to be the co-main event for that card.
All right. And to someone that said that the clock is frozen, no, it's just seconds there. It's going to change to 16 when I go abracadabra, abracadabra. Oh, there it is. Okay, a little off. So there it is.
Come on, Moss.
The clock
Give
is
us the
going.
program.
All right. So Leon Edwards versus Tyron Woodley co-main event, the Conor McGregor comeback card.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about this earlier, and I was saying how this is a scary fight. I don't think this is going to be the co-main. I see this being on the card, but I don't think this is a co-main. Is this a pay-per-view? Is this a fight night?
I think it's going to be a fight night. They were prospected to make it a fight night for Conor McGregor as the main event, so it would make sense for Leon Edwards versus Tyron Woodley to be the co-main, since Tyron Woodley is the former champ before Usman.
All right. Well, I don't think he's going to come back in a fight night, but if he's fighting Cowboy has never headlined a pay-per-view. So maybe this is a fight night. I feel like his pride is too much. I feel like that he's going to somehow, like if Nate Diaz has a BMF title on a pay-per-view this weekend, that opens this whole door to, okay, we could have a title fight. We could have this circus fight happen and people are still going to buy the pay-per-views. I do believe when Conor comes back, it will be a pay-per-view. And if that is, all right, but if that is the case, Leon Edwards versus Tyron Woodley cannot be the co-main event.
I don't. First of all, Conor McGregor doesn't even deserve a main event right now, but because he's Conor McGregor, he's probably going to get it. So the best the UFC can probably do without pissing off fans would be a fight night.
You really think Conor's going to come back after this long layoff and do a fight night?
I think he's definitely going to come back as a main event, but not for a pay-per-view.
All right, let's see what the chat says. I disagree.
Because, well, shocker.
No, I mean, I honestly don't think he's going to come back for a fight night. I mean, you could be right, but I disagree.
Kung Fu Hamster says Woodley going to give him a 3-piece of fried chicken and a grape soda. Staley02 says JBH the casual Coke. Coach Mikey says that's how they make millions. Pay-per-view all day. Roberto says headliner at the Garden. LOL, Nate and Jorge did that. Pedophilia, JBH throws more fits than water bottles. Moss, give her a fucking credit. Yeah, give me some fucking credit. She joins says low main. Fuck y'all, says Damien Detroit. Two joints drunks calls it. Squirrel Man says he's too valuable to the UFC to not make money. Life and Logic McGregor is the king of pay-per-views. Joel Miller says the UFC won't put Conor on just a fight night. They'll make too much money from pay-per-views. Sean Hart says stop fighting. We're not fighting. We're debating. There's a difference. If we're fighting, you would see me. Whoa.
We're frozen. The computer's frozen. Jess.
What happened to us?
Oh my God.
Look at my face. I've got like that Matrix face when they were making his mouth removed. You know, like when they were making his mouth disappear.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
Fix it.
What
like
happened there, Moss?
Fucking boss. I have no idea. I think the computer checked out after our last conversation. It was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm checking out.
It's a friendly debate. If we're fighting, I would just walk out.
Yeah.
Because when we're fighting, I can't stand him. I just want to leave. But if we're debating, I'm here all day. I'm here to stay all day.
That's right. So, so the I do believe they're going to leave too much money on the table if they do make it a fight night. I'd be happy if it's a fight night.
Yeah.
You know, one less pay-per-view to buy. Imagine another fight night with Conor McGregor.
It is weird. I do agree with you that it is a little weird that they would put Conor on a fight night because it's Conor McGregor, for God's sake. Like, even if they put him on his co-main event, like, it should be a pay-per-view. I just can't see Conor McGregor's name on a fight night card. But he's been out for a while and he hasn't really earned the spot, so it makes a little sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. Let's open up the phone lines because we want to hear from the peoples. There's a lot of things to talk about. I mean, not much to talk about with Ben Askren. We spoke about it earlier, but I do want to get. What was that? You just bit me.
Yeah, I was kind of letting my aggression out on you for.
I thought you weren't angry.
And I think you taste good.
Yeah, I do. I taste delicious. I taste incredibly delicious. All right, so and we didn't have dinner yet, so maybe
maybe it's the hunger.
Maybe she's hungry. She wants All right, so Connor says,
let's play Fortnite or else I'll summon Bagel Boss to shit in your mouth.
Let's play Fortnite. Let's play Fortnite, boss. You want to play some Fortnite?
I'm gonna throw a bottle at you. All right, let's open up the phone lines. How about that? Thank you, Conor Hernandez. Maybe I feel like Fortnite is possessing. It's possessing your soul, Jess.
Listen, I'm just in a good mood right now, Moss. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I just like Fortnite, and I'm hungry. And we're,
sometimes I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
We're having some great conversations.
And they forgot to lock the harness, and I'm just holding on for dear life. Like, oh my God, it's going upside down now.
No,
Someone stop this thing.
You know what it is? If I had to be perfectly honest, and I'm just going to open up and spill my heart out to you guys right now. It's been a weird couple of fucking days. And so now I feel like, fuck it. Let's just see the positive in life, right?
Sure.
I got my best friend right here. I've got a freaking great show that I'm the host of, and we've got a new production. We've got an awesome community, and I can't complain. Like, what the fuck do I have to complain about?
You have nothing to complain
I'm trying to be optimistic because I've gone through a weird funk over the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Like a depressive funk.
Well,
so
there you go.
Now it's like, let's do this. Let's get into the game. Let's live life to the fullest.
All right. So thank you, Jesse.
All right.
And I hope I like to see that smile. It smiles good. We need more of that smile for fuck's sake. Because it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, you ready to take some phone calls?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let me know what you think about the whole Askren situation. Should he retire? BMF happening this weekend. Are you coming on Friday to meet up with the craziness? As we will be storming Madison Square, guarding the gates. We'll be out there 4 p.m. Eastern time, live streaming, hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right, let's see what the people say. The phone number is
516-522-0267. That is 516-522-0267.
All right, let me know what you think. BMF belts,
David Flores.
Ben Askren, all that bullshit.
David Flores says, Funkadelic, funk you. Kainoda says, yeah, all kidding aside, Jessie looked to be on the brink of tears a few shows in a row. Glad she's back. Thanks, Kainoda. I'm back. I'm feeling good. Frank Furnace is sorry that I let you down.
I just picture my legs flopping all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. There's just a lot that's happened. And
we should take you.
Feels good to
you don't like roller coasters, though. I was going to say we should go to
You
an
did
amusement
take
park.
me on a couple, though. And
yeah, you did
I survived.
Great Adventure next year when Great Adventure opens. Well, it's fight. Who knows? I'm just thinking of many things. Whoa, people are calling.
Oh,
shit.
You can't take them.
Call back. We have a donation. Conor Hernandez.
Okay, last time. Chat, please help me convince Moss. I'm cracking open a beer right now and plan on getting 20 victory royals.
Wow.
If you don't say yes, you are a racist.
Moss, let's do it.
All right, so here's the reason. Now, if you want after the stream, we can eat dinner and you can go on Fortnite afterwards. If you want to do it on the second channel.
Fortnite did give us a notice that there is going to be an update at 4 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
So...
Why do you know so much about Fortnite?
So, it has to be...
You're a fucking addict.
It has to be before 4 a.m. Eastern time so we can avoid
what is
the
going
update.
On? Ladies and gentlemen, and we will open up the phone lines in a second. Like a year ago, I was playing Fortnite on the second channel, and she's like, "It's so fucking stupid. Why do you play that? You know, why? It's dumb. You know, I'm not going to get into that."
I'm level 21 now.
And now she's playing before the show. She's... what is going on? Now, we can't do it on this channel because this audio will go over to Podbean and iTunes. Yeah. So Fortnite audio, victory royale. That's probably not gonna work for the Podbean. But if she's still feeling frisky after we eat, after the stream, maybe we'll go on the second channel, not the MMA Holes, and play some Fortnite until 7 in the morning. Who knows? All right, let's take those phone calls again.
Yeah.
516-522-0267. Oh, let's see what's up with that chat.
JBH knows more about Fortnite than MMA now, says Pete Ophelia. Chris Morgan says, that's awesome. Chris Moss feeds his daughter, then allows her to play Fortnite. Listen, Chris Morgan, Bagel Boy, official page. Don't be salty because you don't have a fucking best friend that you can do anything with.
Or
all right?
A warm vagina.
Or a warm vagina that you can stick your tiny little penis in. All right? Don't be salty because the only woman you've been with probably told you to go deeper and you couldn't. All right? Don't be salty because you're probably 4'1" and your woman was probably 5'7". Don't be salty because your breath probably smells like onions 99% of the time and she probably smells like flowers. And then she left you because you smell like shit. Don't be fucking salty, man. Don't be salty because your woman probably liked Fortnite and you didn't.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it. 832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Chris? It's Pulse.
Hey, it's Pulse.
Pulse.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Not much. I just had a thought on the Conor McGregor situation.
Okay, let us hear it.
Yeah, I think people tend to get people in third world countries. You know, they got a certain type of anger towards, you know, what I'm saying, people who are perceived doing better than them. Especially when fighters get all xenophobic, like when they do this, people tend to throw shit. Like you remember when Fabricio threw that boomerang at Kobe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's what that was. So that that was to be expected. What's really going to be unnerving is when he gets his ass kicked by some muzzies. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Russia, because that's always a possibility. You know.
What do you think, Jess?
I agree with you, Pulse.
You weren't listening.
I was.
What?
Yes, and I do agree.
She agrees. Chat, what do you say? I mean, it's very possible. It is very possible. Conor McGregor, do you think it's going to come to the point where Conor is going to be in danger? Do you think from his mouth? Do you think that's going to put him in the point where he will be in danger, Jesse?
Can you repeat that question?
See, she's not listening. I told her.
I was in the middle of doing something else, so that time I did miss it. But please repeat the question.
All right. I said, do you think that Conor is ever going to be in danger in public because of the things he does say?
In fact, when I found out that he was going to the Russia presser, I was a little concerned that he would be in danger because, of course, he's in Russia and that's his biggest foe right now. And, you know, there's no reason to think that something wouldn't happen to him. So 100%. I think that anywhere he goes, he puts himself in danger because of the things, you know, the antics that he's pulled.
All right. Pulse, anything else on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to say what's up, Van Shippen, and also it's really going to suck because I gotta step away for a while because I got some personal matter to attend to.
Oh shit!
And it sucks because I know you guys are going to be making so much content this weekend. I know you're going to be having a bunch of fun. So
are you okay, Pulse? Is everything okay?
You know, it will be. You know, the details of everything going on, I left in the mod Discord. You know, if you want to check it out at your leisure.
All right. Yeah, we didn't see. I hope everything's all right,
man.
Yeah,
man.
We got to cap some hose or what?
I'm sorry?
We're going to have to cap some hose or what?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, all right. Take care of yourself. We'll take a look at it and see what's going on. But take care of yourself. I hope everything's okay.
Hey, I will. And, you know, y'all been putting in a lot of work lately, man. Y'all doing a good job. You know, keep it up.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call. All right. Wow, we didn't even get a Papa Lulop.
Yeah, I know. I hope everything's okay. He doesn't sound like his normal self.
Doesn't sound good, man. What's going on?
Normally, he's like...
I'm going to tell you. All right, we'll take some more calls. I'll check the Discord, but...
Do you want me to check it right now?
I hope he's okay. All right, 516-522-0267. That's Pulse calling in. Go subscribe to his channel. Does predictions over there.
Guys, if you can give Pulse an outlet here, you know, while he's here, just kind of...
Whoa.
You know, give him a place to stay.
Wow, a lot of calls.
757, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, guys? It's Squirrel Man. Big-time fan. First-time caller.
All right.
When it comes to the Ben Askren thing, I mean, he entered the UFC undefeated, right?
Right.
And he was knocked out in a freak way. I mean, Masvidal is a monster. He's been a monster since he was on Kimbo's fights and all of that. And then he goes up against Damian Maia, and, you know, you're going against one of the best grapplers in the world. And, I mean, you can measure your weighing as much as you want, but the UFC is the real deal. I don't think he should retire, but he's definitely not pay-per-view worthy, and he's going to have to prove himself. And I'll take my comments off the air.
All right, there we go.
Interesting. So
he doesn't think he should retire, Jess.
You know what? I kind of agree with him a little bit. Listen, I worry that maybe a fourth fight is just asking. It's like a death wish for Ben Askren, but I can see where you're coming from, and you know, like kind of like everyone else is saying too. If Askren takes a win in that fourth fight, then maybe it kind of gives him some semblance of hope in the UFC. But what if he loses? Then it just makes it that much worse for him, you know? And that's where I'm kind of worried. Like, I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. But if you take that loss again, you know, for the third time in your UFC career, and one of those wins were controversial, I mean, it's a little scary for Ben Askren right now.
All right, what do you think in the chat? And let's take some more calls. 516-522-0267. I think he should, one more, a lesser ranked fighter, maybe not even a ranked fighter, you know? See what he's got. I mean, I hate to see him go out like that, but he definitely isn't top tier UFC material, in my opinion, at least. 516-522-0267. Talk about Askren, talk about BMF. Calls are coming in like crazy.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind? It's Kevin from Chicago.
What the fuck?
Just kidding.
What's going on?
What's up, drunk?
Drunk Savage.
So, you know, bantamweight's first time is looking very interesting. Got the old guard versus new guard. Fucking Faber versus Peter Yan. Then you got Aldo versus, what's his name, Marlon Moraes.
Who do you think's going to win that fight? Faber versus Yan?
Yeah, I think Peter Yan. I think the new blood's going to fucking take it.
Yeah. So are you excited about where the bantamweight division's going now?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting once fucking Cejudo gets back in that shit.
Yeah. Who do you have for Masvidal versus Diaz?
Who do you think?
Well, you tell me.
Motherfuckers.
2-9. I tell you what, the bantamweight this is the first time in a long time that it's been fun. You know, it's a lot of fun to watch and talk about. You got so many guys in and out. You have old school, new school going on here. You got Henry Cejudo, who he might get stripped. I mean, if he's going down to fight with the little guys again at 125, how long?
Dana said he had to.
What's that?
Dana said he had to go back to 125.
He does have to go down there. But what I'm saying is, how long does it take before you make, or maybe an interim strap will probably be thrown out there at 135. I guess that's the case.
I mean, if Cejudo got injured again after the 125 fight, then yeah, you could probably get stripped.
Yeah, because it seems like he's in no rush. I mean, he is still, I guess, healing up. So, but if you look at it, I mean, yeah, Formiga, Figueiredo, wrong weight class. Moraes versus Moraes, Sterling, Sandhagen, who I think that guy's going to be a champ. Yan, Sun Xiao. I mean, that's killers at 5. Pedro Munoz, Jimmy Rivera, who, you know, they were coming off losses. Cody Garbrandt, the former champ, you know, he's been taking a little bit of a break. He can come back in the mix. It's good stuff.
I don't think Cody's coming back in the mix.
You don't think so, huh? You think that's it?
Yeah, I think his chin's done.
Yeah, it's possible. It is very, very possible.
And Sandhagen versus Cruz is being talked about. I'm interested in that one.
That is a good fight. You think Dom's going to come back?
Yeah, I think he got a couple more in him. But, you know, he's made of fucking glass, seems like.
Yeah.
Has a fight and gets injured.
How much longer before TJ comes back? I'm curious how much time's left in his suspension. Because that's going to be interesting.
It's earlier this year, he got 2 years, so he's got a while to go.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's going to come back and how he's going to come back. He seems like he's focused on getting back, you know, into the mix, but I would like to see Faber stick around.
It's fucking hilarious. He's pimping this product called Clean Juice now.
Yeah. Who the hell is going to buy that shit, right?
All right.
Fucking A. Anything else on your mind, drunk?
Yeah, you talk about all Conor McGregor stories during the regular show, not during the Sabre show. He eats up too much goddamn time. You can fucking argue about it all night long.
Yeah, so I was trying to pull myself out of it. I'm like, what the hell are we arguing about? It's such a dumb thing.
It's worth the argument.
It's never worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking dog for bones, ABH.
Listen.
She loves the Dagestanis.
Listen. I belong in Russia.
My family. You know what? Jessie is like that, though. You can't talk about her family. She fucking loses it.
I am. Like, no, not with anybody else. Like, if someone, like, if a troll says something, it doesn't bother me because I don't know them, so it's not personal.
Yeah.
It's only when Chris says something because, like, my family has accepted him as, like, you know, a son and a brother and stuff like that. So it's like, if he says something, then I'm like, you fucking asshole.
It's funny because I joke around about my family. I always make jokes. I'm always horsing around.
I can't stand it when
and
you
if I make a joke and it's like I'll say something about her family, she's like, "What the fuck? You're gonna die!"
Yeah, well, because I take it seriously. Like when your family accepts someone,
sex?
Yeah, has sex. When your family accepts someone as part of their family, like you expect them to have that respect, you know?
Yeah, no respect from
but
me.
not from Chris apparently.
Nah.
Like that just
If
doesn't
it's breaking
happen.
balls, I mean, if it's funny.
But listen, if it's from you or from another troll, it doesn't bother me because I don't know you guys and my family doesn't really give a fuck, right? But if it's from Chris, like it's a whole other thing, and that's like on a personal level.
By the way, Turkenstein makes a funny point. He says they stone chicks that speak up, like JB.
Wait.
If you went to Dagestan, you're defending the people that would put you in a cloth. That would throw a fucking cloth over your head and be like,
Good thing I'm not Dagestani.
Shut up, Jesse. No one wants to hear you.
I don't give a fuck. There's a reason that I'm on air here. If I wasn't allowed to speak up, I wouldn't be doing this show.
It's true. You could never be a Dagestan.
Yeah. No, never. But
Shout
I
out to
still love
Dagestan.
them. I'm allowed to love them.
You gonna wear the hat to the meetup, JBH?
I don't know because it's not really fitting. Like Habib has nothing really to do with this card, you know?
You should. I think you should.
Hey, people might come up to you and be like, "Hey, me Khabib, what's up?" Like, yeah, growth spurt.
You might get mistaken.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't really know if it's fitting or not, but I'll think about it, I guess. I'll consider
Hey,
it.
maybe you could get backstage or something. Be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm me Khabib. Let me
should do
back
that.
there."
It's not a bad idea. You
He's
have
my
that.
cameraman.
What do you think? You should do it. Is
No,
it cold?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it, yeah.
We should take a vote in the chat. All right.
Yeah. So I saw you on fucking Fortnite before the stream, JBH and addict.
It's crazy.
What can I say? I got us up to level 20-something, and I'm looking good. Looking good over
Yeah, I
there.
broke down, fucking bought skin, god damn it.
He got the battle pass.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't buy the battle pass. I didn't spend that much. I only got the
just bought the
$5
skin.
one.
All right.
Oh, no, you got to get
That
the
was
battle
only because I
pass.
found a 10 spot on the street.
Listen.
So it was free, basically.
You got to get the battle pass because then you can get like a numerous amount. You can unlock a million different skins. Instead of buying one for $5 each, you get the battle pass and you just get a million different skins. It's awesome.
No, $5 is the most I'm fucking spent on this game. Come
You
on.
say that now.
Be strong, drunk. Be strong.
I'm only playing it because you guys are playing it.
You're going to make me start drinking proper 12 again if you keep this up.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You better not.
Oh, man. Yeah, who knows? We'll see. We didn't eat dinner yet, but if we
Yeah, I still got to eat.
if we eat dinner, we might be able to throw up a quick stream on the second channel. We'll see what happens.
All right, I'll be there.
All right, drunk. Thanks for the call. There it is.
Hey,
Oh, I keep on missing his
Why do
slap
you always
nuts.
miss that?
Well, I mean, I want to get other calls in.
He says
What does
later
he say?
slap nuts.
Lazy slap nuts?
Later slap
Oh,
nuts.
that's right. Later slap
Don't
nuts.
scratch this, Moss. Is it gone?
Yeah, I'm like Wolverine. I heal.
For those of you guys who've been around for a while, you know already because Moss has said it that he has 2 scabs on his arm. He keeps scratching them, and I just caught him scratching it again. Tell Moss. Give the shame bell in the chat for Moss. Shame. 773. Oh, it's Kevin from Chicago.
Okay, before I get to that Ben Askren stuff, I gotta ask Moss.
Yes.
I'm not sure if he's trolling, like with that Kobe Covington and Robbie Lawler, like it was a fixed fight, or if you're being serious when you were talking about Rory McDonald. Did you really think Rory McDonald won that fight?
Okay. You're one of these people. Now, I have been getting messages, like almost death threats, from people saying that how could you think that McDonald won this fight? Okay, let me make this clear. First off, the fight was shit. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, it was shit. That's
Okay.
thanks to Rory McDonald. He didn't want to engage. He was running away the whole time.
Yeah, he was. Hold on. Connor Hernandez coming in with a donation.
Yo, if you guys get on later, If you don't message me, I'll be hella sad. 12th Island, baby, let's go.
So, Connor, we shouldn't have to message you. You should get a notification on your PS4. Like, if we send you an invite, it'll pop up at the top left corner.
Thank
if
you.
we go on, it'll do that. So,
Appreciate the donation,
should be
Connor.
good.
So here's the deal. Watching it live, I thought it was a very close fight. I thought that McDonald did enough to win that fight because he's the champion, right? In a close fight, the tie should go to champion. Now, the judges saw differently, and that happens a lot. Sometimes I see things one way. Sometimes you see things another way. I am not going to light them on fire for picking Lima for the win in this fight. I honestly don't even care. But watching it live, and I was rooting for Lima. I wound up rooting for Lima in the fight. I do believe that McDonald did enough. The fact that Lima got the win, I kind of really couldn't care less. So maybe you could say I was partially trolling.
Did you see McDonald's getting his head snapped back with the jab?
Yes.
He was getting his head snapped back like a Pez dispenser. He got his leg kicked out multiple times. He was on the back foot, running away, wouldn't engage. And the times he did engage, he was going for a takedown that he couldn't get. He had one moment in the fight, and that was the end of the 5th round. About 30 seconds left. He got on top and started ground and pound. Besides that, he looked like a scared, timid fighter. I don't know what his game plan is, trying to stay on the outside and run away and point fight on the outside. You're not going to win a fight like that against Lima. You're going to kick your legs out. He's a Muay Thai specialist. You got to get inside and grind him out like you did the first time. Terrible game plan. That brings me to my second point. Faraz Sahabi. Everyone talks about, you heard Joe Rogan, he says Faraz Sahabi, he's one of the best coaches. Who's his big pupils? GSP and Roy McDonald. Besides that, who is it?
I mean,
Olivier Mercier, that Canadian dork.
He's a bum.
That dude sucks. He's a bum. He's got no good fighters. I mean, he had one good fighter, GSP, and Roy McDonald. That's it. What's your thoughts on that before I get to Ben Askren?
It's actually pretty funny. The Faraz thing, I think he's a very smart guy. I do believe he's a very smart guy, especially when you see he does those live streams on YouTube. He seems extremely intelligent. The guy clearly knows what he's doing. But like Kevin said, when you're not talking about Roy McDonald or GSP, it does drop significantly. Now, guys come in and out of that gym, and he does do some training over here in New York too as well. But I don't know anyone else like superstars coming out of there besides a guy like GSP. So maybe he's a product of those two. Maybe those two guys are just that good. They like training with him, and maybe he's not the best coach in the world. I don't know. Nor do I care. I got to say this. He does seem to be a coach that steers his fighters to find a way just to win. It doesn't have to be you to finish their opponent, but you have to find a way to win that fight. I noticed with GSP and Rory McDonald, it's just about getting the W rather than making it entertaining. There's been so many fights where I see with both of those fighters that it's just like, oh, fucking kill me now, you know? And we saw another one with Rory McDonald. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's that great, but who knows?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's that great. I was going to say, Ben Askren. Okay, you want to know the problem with Ben Askren is he lost the fight. You remember with Ben Askren, he used to, there was videos of him training with Marcelo Garcia. He was training with Jake Shields. He was training with Tim Kennedy, going all over the country. He would enter jiu-jitsu competitions, and as of late, you saw his training partners with Mike Biggie Rhodes, a UFC reject who was terrible in the UFC, and his other partner was Gerald Mersharp, the guy who got carved apart by Jack Hermanson and ground and pounded, and he looked horrible. Those are the two guys going to get you ready for Masvidal and Damian Maia. Oh, man, what a terrible decision. He don't train at Duke Rufus no more. Ever since his wrestling career, he's been told how great he is and oh, he's the man. He had the whole arenas chanting him. He bought into that. He really thought of himself so highly, so confident. When you're built like Ben Askren, you have the athleticism of a sloth. That's not going to cut it. You got to work twice as hard. You got to get the best training partners. You got to get the best coaches. You ain't going to get by just bringing in a couple UFC rejects to your Askren Wrestling Academy. That's not going to cut it. Look at a guy like Colby Covington. Who did he bring in? He brought in Antonio Carlos Jr., Shoeface, an elite Brazilian grappling guy to get ready for Damian Maia. That's what you got to do to prepare for someone like Damian Maia.
Do you believe that's what it was, the preparation? Do you think if he was prepared correctly, he could have got the W?
Yes, I definitely think so. Not to mention he was retired for 2 years. I mean, he was already retired. He's like, I'm set, I'm good, I'm retired, I'm done. He was retired for 2 years, and then he's just gonna come back and he's trained out of his Askren Wrestling Academy. He doesn't even train with Duke Rufus anymore. I think he's gonna come back and beat these elite UFC fighters. Oh man, I'm kind of glad though, because Askren, he has a smugness about him, an arrogance about him. There's just something off-putting. And then people saying, "Oh, I love how he loses. He comes out right away and he doesn't make excuses." Blah blah blah. Show me a good loser, a guy who knows how to lose, and I'll show you a loser. That's Ben Askren. But I'm not ready to write him off yet. I still think he can win some fights, but he needs to make some training adjustments and get a head coach with a real team, because you're not cutting it training by yourself as your own coach at Askren Wrestling Academy. That's my thoughts on Ben Askren. What's your thoughts on that?
All right, and real quick, I'm just curious while we have you on the phone, and someone in the chat says this, and it's a good point. They want to know. I mean, they're saying that is Askren even that good? I mean, his record looks flashy, but in the UFC, do you think maybe he's in a little bit over his head?
He was good. He was good in his prime, but when he was training, he took it seriously. He was training with Duke Rufus. He was training with Pettis and Woodley and all them elite champions, and training with the Duke Rufus, that Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach Duke Rufus got, forget his name, Daniel something. He's really elite. But he got away from that, man. You saw training videos of him. He would go everywhere. There's a whole bunch of training videos of him training with Jay Shields, Marcelo Garcia. He had the passion. He had the drive. He was embracing himself in the new situations, going through adversity. But got older, he got comfortable, got a new house, and then got his new wrestling academy, and he started training out of there. And that's just kills your motivation, kills your drive, kills the hunger. And that's what it really was. But I still think, honestly, Ben Askren would destroy Nate Diaz. I think that Damian Maia fight was probably one of the worst matchups for him. A guy that he's not going to outstrike. He did outstrike decently, but he was getting tagged too much. But taking someone down like Maia is just a nightmare for the Dasher. And come to your dome. I'm not waiting what you're waiting for. Go ahead and do it, buddy. No one will miss you. No one will miss you.
All right.
Boy, wrap it around tight and set the news straight. Go ahead.
Wow.
No one will miss you.
All right, thanks for the call. All right,
Oh my
there it is.
God.
So
I peed.
It's funny.
And foiled a pan while I was waiting.
I got to say this. He brought up some interesting points here. I am not convinced that he is up to the UFC level. You know, he is 35 years old, but look at Daniel Cormier coming in late in the game. You know, Daniel Cormier showed that age doesn't mean shit, and he lost to a 41-year-old man in Damian Maia. Not to take anything away from Damian. Damian is fantastic. He really is, and he showed that he's still got some left in the tank. The thing that makes this fight interesting is I was watching the post-fight recap with Karen Bryan and Tyron Woodley. And Karen Bryan, she's slowly turning into the Crypt Keeper. I mean, it's kind of really fascinating to watch, so I highly encourage you to watch it. Hey, what do you think about that? Anyway, Tyron Woodley was saying he was screaming and yelling at Ben Askren and barking things for him to do in that fight to avoid situations. And I'm curious, did Ben train with Tyron? Did he ever throw Tyron into his camp and say, hey, I mean, you beat him. You know, let's go. I mean, I know he's with Rufus and all that stuff, and what's the deal? I didn't hear anything about him training with Tyron. Does anyone in the chat know? Did you hear anything about this, Jess?
No, I did not hear anything about it.
I mean, don't you think that's the guy to call up and be like, hey, buddy, we're buddies, you know. Come on in, let's figure this, let's get this game plan together. There was points in this fight where Askren actually looked pretty good. He actually looked decent on the feet. He was landing on the feet, which I was shocked. Not like Damian Maia is an elite striker, but he was holding his own. But he got caught, made a mistake, got caught, got finished, and I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. I am not surprised. So Kevin in the chat says he wasn't training with Tyron. I didn't hear anything about it. But that's a big mistake. Big mistake. So I kind of agree with Kevin has to say there if that is the case. All right, let's take some more calls. Listen, they could be long-winded tonight because we got 44 minutes.
We also have a lot of news to get to, too.
All right, we'll take one more call and we'll jump into the news. What's the number, Jesse?
516-522-0267.
And thank you for saving the show, friends.
Yes.
You are wonderful, wonderful. Appreciate it.
Wonderful.
So, Moss, let's talk about what's going to happen this weekend. What do you plan on doing?
you.
Oh, 405, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Great, that's the song that we were playing at Kevin's funeral.
Shit, man, that is powerful.
You gotta play
That's
that.
some powerful shit.
He's gonna play at Kevin's funeral, Jess.
Oh man, I love it. That is so powerful. You should answer every call like that.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps blobbering around about shit we already know.
Yeah. You think he went too long?
He said the same shit every day, every time he calls.
Yeah.
He says the obvious shit we already know. We already know. You can predict his phone calls.
Yeah. I guess I could see what you're saying there. What's on your mind?
Oh, strippers.
Oh.
Money, hoes.
I can't blame you. I mean, strippers and hoes. There's nothing better, right, Jess?
I guess.
Jesse loves strippers and hoes. The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoes need to make money.
Yeah.
What do you think of this weekend's fights?
I thought they was booty.
Booty? You thought they was
Yeah.
booty?
What does that mean?
They were booty.
They was booty.
What does that
They was
mean?
bad.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
They
I
was-
listen. I don't
They
know.
was booty, Moss.
I mean, I fell asleep 3 times.
Did you really?
Like, I fell asleep, woke up, and Askren was asleep. What the fuck? I was like, what the fuck happened?
Did you watch the prelims too, or just the main card?
No. I fell asleep.
Oh, you didn't watch anything.
There was booty,
'Cause
Moss.
it's your
I literally,
booty.
I fell asleep, woke up, and Askren was asleep.
Ah.
It was,
Oh, boom, roasted.
Were you surprised by the him going to sleep?
no, because all he has is wrestling, but you can't take mine down because you're going to get submitted.
There you go.
This is pointless. He was not going to win this fight. The only way he could win is by knockout. And his striking is terrible. He was at Rufus for how long and didn't learn how to strike the whole time he was there?
Yeah.
Chrome, I have a question for you. Now, Kevin from Chicago in the chat says, Chrome, you're not funny, buddy. But I actually find you...
Well, his wife thinks I'm funny. His girl thinks I'm funny.
Oh! Boom!
She's like-
Roasted!
Wonderful, wonderful.
I was going to say, I actually, I find you more entertaining, but you already nailed it. So, what can I say? Not to shit on Kevin. I think Kevin's got very valuable calls, but as far as entertainment is concerned, I'd probably lean in the direction of
I
Chrome.
mean, you can take him serious if you want. I mean, he is a high school state wrestling champ.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that really has anything
That's
to do with MMA.
pro level, man. That's pro level. What are you shitting on?
Yeah.
I tell you what.
There's quite a few.
His wrestling is booty.
The wrestling guys, they stick together. I don't know what
they're
it is.
booty.
They it is, the trophies are still on the mantle, you know, like they are hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore group.
Yeah.
Wrestlers can't take punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that why they like to wrestle, because they don't like to be punched?
Yeah, they don't like to get hit in the face.
Ah, there you go, Jesse.
Now,
it's been solved.
now pedophilia has a theory. He says
Pete's been talking shit. He's a priest. He
Yeah.
molests little boys. I don't
Well,
want to talk to him.
he does say that you appeal to children's IQs. So
Children? Isn't he a priest?
that's
Isn't he a
why you
priest?
appeal to me, because
Fucking
I have a
touch little
children's
boy booty
IQ.
holes and shit. Fuck's he talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, you're
I
saying
know.
Pete's a priest?
Yeah, ain't he a priest?
Oh yeah, that's right. Pete Ophelia. That's true. That would be a priest. That qualifies as
Pedophile, mister.
So then
yeah.
wouldn't Pete appeal to my IQ as well? If I have a child's IQ, wouldn't Pete Ophelia appeal to my IQ more than you would, Chrome?
Nah. I just don't like priests.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it, Chrome.
Yeah. Oh God, Kevin!
was insightful.
Don't hate on Fortnite, man. Don't you fucking hate on Fortnite. Listen, if you can dish it, you have to be able to take it. So I gave it to you a little. You got to be able to take it, but don't hate on Fortnite. Fortnite did nothing to you.
There's a divide in the chat. There's a divide amongst the holes. Can't we all get along? All right, so that was Chrome to Your Dome calling in. Always fiery. Coming out, spitting some fire over there. Talking about the situation with Askren versus Maya. We haven't spoken on the phones about the BMF that much, but we have a Wednesday show to get to that.
Yeah.
So we can get more into detail with that whole BMF situation. And we will be in front of MSG this Friday. So come say hello, 4 p.m. Eastern time to the Holes. Hang with the boys.
4 p.m.
All right, Jess. Let's go over to the news. There we go. All right. And
Now,
what is the next story to get to, JBH?
The next story is Tyson Fury, of all people.
Oh, boy.
He says he will be training with Conor McGregor for MMA after his WWE stint. So do you remember him in WWE, Moss?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I do.
Yeah. So now he says that after that all happened, he's going to be training with Conor McGregor because he's looking to transition into MMA.
This is number one bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
According to the Bleacher Report, once he wraps up his foray in the squared circle, Tyson Fury will apparently focus on another combat sport. The lineal champion told Sky Sports on Sunday he'll look to start mixed martial arts training after his likely brief WWE stint concludes. Fury added that Conor McGregor has offered to train him. Fury will wrestle Braun Strowman at the WWE event Crown Jewel on Thursday in Saudi Arabia. Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey have recently left MMA behind to focus on wrestling, and Cain Velasquez hanged up his gloves in order to seal a move to WWE.
How old is Tyson?
That's a good question. I'll let you know in a second. Velasquez is challenging Lesnar for the Universal title at Crown Jewel. Fury, on the other hand, hasn't made a long-term commitment, with PW Insider's Mike Johnson reporting there are no plans to use him beyond Crown Jewel. In general, the 31-year-old appears to be contemplating a future after boxing. He told BBC Sport he's lining up 3 possible fights for 2020, 2 encounters with Deontay Wilder, and then a farewell bout to close out the year. He said, quote, "I am 31, getting long in the tooth for the sport. There are young men coming up, and father time catches up with everyone. I have 5 kids at home and a wife, and I think it would be nice to spend a bit of time with those people after the sacrifices I have made my whole life. Transitioning to MMA would obviously require a significant commitment, but Fury could likely parlay his success in boxing into at least one significant payday."
What? So hold on. So, I mean, you saw it. Here's the thing. Now you're seeing like guys like Khabib making $6.5 million, right?
Yes.
You bring Tyson Fury over to do a boxing fight. You got to think he's talking some big bucks.
Do an
over
MMA
there.
fight.
I mean, an MMA fight, excuse me. Yeah, you got to think he's going to get big money. But what did he make in his last fight, boxing?
I don't know how much he made in his last fight, but I know for a fact that his name alone would offer him a pretty decent payday.
I mean, he's not going to make nearly as much. I'm going to look at his purse. Let's see, his last purse.
Yeah. It wasn't versus Wilder, though. There was another fight.
What was his last fight? Who did he fight last?
Or Waylon?
I think it was Waylon.
Yeah, I think it was Waylon.
Yeah, I think it was Waylon. All right, let's see what the Gypsy King made. Okay. Let's see. Tyson Fury is one of the biggest betting favorites in Las Vegas Saturday night. Blah 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 blah. Have you $1 million in his disclosed purse? Wait, he's set to make $1 million in his what? $1 million. But it has much as a guarantee from his promoter or sponsors. Waylon will earn $250,000.
So
$1 million?
Yeah, Fury made upwards of $1 million.
Does that make any sense?
Boxing pays more.
No, that doesn't make any. $1 million seems low.
Well,
doesn't it?
I mean, that's more than what they pay for UFC. UFC fighters don't get paid that much.
They say Waylon. Anyway.
Wallin?
$1 million?
Wallin.
That seems extraordinarily low. What do you make versus Wilder?
Wallin, apparently. It's Otto Wallin, not Waylon.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I really don't care.
We don't watch boxing, so...
I really don't care.
Wallin, apparently.
No one's ever going to talk about Wallin again. So, let's see versus Wilder. Let's see how much he made.
Order pizza? Nah, we've had pizza too much lately. I'm actually getting pizzaed out, believe it or not, which is bizarre. That never really happens to me.
Let's see what he made versus Wilder.
Wallin. Deontay Wilder.
All right, we'll see how much. $1 million seems awfully. Wilder is set to earn disclosed $4 million, while Fury made $3 million. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess boxing. I mean, Canelo Alvarez is making. Isn't he making like $200 million or some shit?
I don't watch boxing, so I wouldn't know the first thing about who's making what.
So he made against Wilder. He made $3 million. So he might make more money if he crosses over to MMA. I mean, you can have like a super crazy fight Imagine like Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Like that'd be insane.
Nah. Well,
you got to put him against a striker.
By the way, I have a story about him. His last interest is Tyson Fury.
What are you kidding me?
Nah.
You mean to tell me Francis Ngannou would not take a he wouldn't take a fight against Tyson Fury?
Nah. I think he has his sights set on bigger things.
Do you know how much money he would make from that fight?
Tyson Fury's not holding a belt right now.
Doesn't matter.
That matters to Francis Ngannou.
Wait, you're telling me that if Tyson Fury is serious about this MMA
And
thing
transitions
and wants to
into
go to MMA,
yeah.
you think Ngannou would say, "Nah, I don't want to fight him"?
I think at some point Ngannou has a higher chance of fighting Tyson Fury. I just don't think that would be the first on Ngannou's list.
I think he
Ngannou
would jump
wants
to
the
it.
title. He wants to challenge for the title.
Fuck a title. Title's not anything anymore. Now
Yes,
BMF.
Yes, it is.
That's about making that cash.
It's very much. It is anything.
All right.
It's a lot of things actually.
Jesse, once again, we agree. We disagree.
Shocker.
I disagree with you.
We always disagree.
I firmly disagree with you. All right, so I'm trying to look at heavyweight over here and see who else. I mean, if you put anyone with any sort of ground game, he's done. So you got to think, who would it be? Curtis Blades is definitely not him. So Santos would be fun.
Thiago Santos. Oh, Junior Dos Santos.
But Derek Lewis could take him down. Overeem.
Nah.
Man, I think Ngannou would be the perfect fight.
No. Ngannou's challenging for that. In fact, I could get into that.
All right, yeah. Tell me the story because I want to hear this.
Okay, so it's the next one. Francis Ngannou hates losing, but he needed the Stipe Miocic fight to prepare him for the title shot.
The Ian Lev.
Coming in. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
What up, Ian Lev?
Hey JBH and Moss.
Hi.
Is the queer from Chicago not the biggest armchair quarterback of the holes? Easy to call in after the fact to when you never pick anyone.
Yeah.
Yo Kev. Concentrate less on telling actual pros how to win and put some time into the pedo stash.
Holy shit. That last party went hard.
Yeah. This is a real back and forth between Kevin from Chicago and the Ian Lev experience.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Boom,
fuck.
roasted.
Well, he does make a point. I mean, Kevin's passionate, but it is true.
You can't kill passion, though. Passion's great.
I can't go hard like on what a fighter should do. Like it just hurts my soul. I mean, even guys that fight on the the local scene over here, it's even tough for them. These people are UFC fighters. Like these people are at the top of the game. For us to give them advice on what to do, it is ridiculous. So we throw a couple of things out here, we let it go. Kevin in his mind is a champion, right? He is a I don't know what he's a state champion or he's a high school champion, whatever the fuck he's a champion. He's a champion.
He's a world champion, Moss.
And I'm sure he's proud of that. But as he gets older, he gets more angry. He gets angry because the glory days are further behind. And now he's going to take out.
Not that old.
He's got to take out the aggression on the UFC fighters.
You can't stop
So passionate.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Roberto Hernandez.
Canelo is scheduled to get 365 million minimum in 10 fights. 7 left.
That's
I
insane.
hope it don't ruins views for the Nate Diaz Jorge fight.
So, okay. And Roberto, thank you for that donation.
Wait,
Very
so
nice.
that's happening at the same time?
Yeah.
Masvidal versus Diaz? What is going on there, Mom?
Someone said
Look
that
at that face. Look at that face that I have on.
Yeah, why is this freezing?
I look like I just took some acid and
This is
I
a
don't
problem.
know how to deal with myself.
Yeah, this is
I'm
a problem.
like, does this taste good?
This is a fucking problem.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm trying to fucking. There we go. Got it right.
I had this face on.
I don't like that. I don't like that's doing that. Configure video. We gotta fix that.
Mike and Shiro face.
Fucking ridiculous. Now when we go to stream, oh Jesse, look who it is.
It's the fan cam.
Look who it is. Well, fan, we'll talk to you in a second. We haven't spoken to you today, but let's talk about Roberto Hernandez.
All right.
So Roberto saying that, excuse me. Fuck! Oh, I'm dying.
What the fuck? That just came out of nowhere.
I'm dying.
Are you
He's
okay?
talking about Canelo Alvarez fighting this weekend. Can
Yeah.
you check what weight he's fighting at?
Yeah.
Because someone in the chat said he's like going up in weight or some shit.
Who's he fighting?
I have no idea. All I know is he's fighting on his own.
Kovalev, BoxRec.
But
Is it
Canelo
Kovalev?
fighting against
November 2nd, 2019. Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. Upcoming professional boxing match between
All right,
Canelo
well, when you find out, let me know.
Light
So-
heavyweight? champion.
Is it really like that's what they were saying? Light heavyweight. Is that fucking real?
Looks like it's light heavy.
Canelo Alvarez is going up to light heavyweight. Is this real?
Yeah, light heavyweight.
Moving to 175. So the weight classes are different than how MMA is. So that makes sense.
Canelo will be making his debut at light heavyweight while moving up to challenge Sergey Kovalev, who looks to retain his WBO title and win his third straight fight. Canelo Alvarez is looking to win a belt in a fourth different division.
How the fuck is 175 light heavyweight? Boxing light heavyweight is 175. It's crazy. So how, like, it's nuts. So he's going up 2 divisions to fight at 175.
So that's the same weekend. It's 244.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
You want to cover both? Oh,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's cover both. We're gonna be in studio, right? We should cover both.
I think, that would be silly for us not to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down. I would.
But do you think that's going to affect the ratings for the BMF belt?
No.
I mean, that's pretty hefty.
By the way, we're frozen again. So you don't often see.
Oh my God.
I mean, we do see a lot of UFC fighters who are also boxing fans. So yes, in a way, I think it will affect it. But I think if you're a fan of boxing and you're a fan of the UFC, chances are you're going to find a way to watch both at the same time. So I don't think it's really going to affect it that much. I think they're probably going to do what we do and do like 2 different screens, like one on the computer, one on the TV, or some shit like that. You know?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a problem. I think well, I mean, they're gonna still make some serious money, but it will change
some things.
That's some fight. Canelo going to 175. I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I guess we're gonna be doing a dual reaction. Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. All right. So there we go.
Yeah, see, Alpha says multiple screens for me, and you're probably not the only one. Like I said, if
that?
you're a UFC fan and a boxing fan, and chances are these people are going to have 2 different screens, like a computer open and then TV or some shit, and they're going to see them both. You know what I mean? Like Alpha said that he's going to do that. I'm sure a lot of other people can probably. We do that. A lot of people. It's not going to affect the views too much, I don't think. I think people are going to be watching both.
Well, now, and Canelo is my son. Life and Logic brought that up. I mean, he is related to me. He is my son.
It's true.
And I always root for Canelo Alvarez. I try to keep the ginger power alive.
Wonderful.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
that will be interesting to watch.
Yes, sir.
DAZN is a monthly service, or you could pay for the year. So it's gonna be interesting to see people. A lot of people are saying they're gonna buy this pay-per-view for the BMF. So a lot of money. People could be dumping a lot of money on these fights this weekend.
Yeah. I think I don't think it's gonna be affecting the views.
What do you say? 350 million for Canelo Alvarez?
Something
look at this alert. He said Canelo for a 3-fight deal. It's amazing how much Canelo Alvarez is making off of DAZN. DAZN's got serious cash. $365 million minimum.
It's crazy.
Oh, so it's hold on a second. It's Canelo Alvarez scheduled to get $365 million in 10 fights. But still, 10 fights. You divide that up, that's not $1 million per fight. That's not $3 million per fight. It's wild. And you got Tyson Fury making
wild like a child.
$1 million in his last fight. So Tyson Fury going to MMA seems a little bit more realistic. That might happen.
Yeah.
That might happen. So what's this Ngannou story?
So, according to MMA Fighting, Francis Ngannou hates losing, but he needed the Stipe Miocic fight to prepare him for the title. Since joining the UFC roster, Francis Ngannou has become the most feared knockout striker in the world, but sometimes it's easy to forget being a professional, he's been a professional fighter for the last less than 6 years. With a massive frame and ungodly power, the Predator quickly made a name for himself by laying waste to everyone heavyweight thrown in his path. Racking up 6 straight wins, including 5 jaw-dropping knockouts. His title run was capped with the demolition of Alistair Overeem. An uppercut turned the former Strikeforce champ and one-time UFC title challenger into a human Pez dispenser. For Ngannou, the candy reward was a shot at the heavyweight title held by Stipe Miocic.
Stipe.
Despite having fewer fights and far less championship experience, Ngannou was favored to win, but after 25 minutes he was exhausted following a thorough thumping from the UFC heavyweight champion. As much as he hated losing that night, Ngannou is able to look back now and realize how valuable that fight was to his growth as an MMA artist. or MMA mixed martial artist, because truthfully he said he was lacking a lot of weapons necessary to win the fight. Ngannou has been so dominant while stomping toward a title shot that he never realized missing parts to his game would eventually have been exposed one way or another. It was a harsh lesson to learn, but one that Ngannou absolutely had to absorb if he ever wanted to become a legitimate champion, ready to defend his title multiple times. Looking back now, Ngannou can acknowledge that if it wasn't Miocic, it would have been somebody else that would have found the fatal flaws in his programming to shut him down. It was that fight and the subsequent loss to Derek Lewis that prompted Ngannou to refocus and recommit to becoming the best fighter he could be. In his next trio of appearances, Ngannou spent less than 3 minutes total inside the octagon while dispatching 2 former UFC heavyweight champions in Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos, as well as fast-rising challenger Curtis Blades. As of now, Ngannou still awaits word on his next fight, but he's already certain that when he finally gets another crack at UFC Gold, the result will be much different. He said, quote, "I think the biggest difference..."
Okay. Keep going.
He said, "I think the biggest difference now is that I've increased my experience. Now I understand more about the fighting game."
There we go. Jesse, what do you think? Ngannou looks a little weird, though, no?
Yes.
The people on Podbean and iTunes don't see the gloriousness of this show. I don't know why Jesse was reading that. I just felt that Stipe's head needed to be on him in the worst way, right? I believe that Ngannou needs to take someone else because, unfortunately, as long as Daniel Cormier is not retiring, I think Stipe is going to take that rematch. I really do. The trilogy of Stipe versus DC is probably going to be the next fight. And what does Ngannou do if he keeps waiting around and then doesn't get granted that fight? What does he do?
I don't know. He picks Tyson Fury.
If I was Francis, I would just call out Fury. Yeah. Call him out. I mean,
but Fury's not even trained in MMA yet.
Call him out.
How are you going to call out someone who doesn't even know how to fight in MMA?
I tell you, Fury is a fantastic boxer.
Well, how is he on the ground?
No, how is Francis on the ground?
Well, better than Fury.
How do you know?
Francis has been training MMA far longer than Fury hasn't even been training MMA.
Have you seen Francis on the ground?
Do you understand the value
of the word
Francis. Mixed martial arts? That means everywhere. You might be superior in certain areas, but you train everywhere. And Fury has not trained on the ground in boxing.
You're telling me that Francis would shoot for a double leg?
Against Tyson Fury, yeah, because he knows a little bit more than Fury does.
We've never seen him shoot for one, and you're telling me that Francis is going to go for that. Do you think he's going to get close enough to Fury to get that double leg or single leg?
Yes, I do.
All right. Jesse?
Shocker! Shocker!
Wonderful.
Once again.
I disagree, but it's all right. I still love you. All right. Should we put Jose out? Let's put Aldo's face on. What do you think, Jesse? That looks better, right? What do you think? We should do this more often. I think this needs to happen. Take requests in the chat whose face you want on for the next story. All right. Ngannou, what do you think? What should he do? I mean, I don't think he should wait. It sucks because he's going to get screwed if he waits. It really does. The fight with Stipe Miocic, the first one was ass. The first round was complete fire. Remember that? The first round was so much fun to watch. And then as the gas tank went down and Stipe had a perfect game plan for Francis, it just was not a good fight for Francis in any way.
Yeah.
Stipe grinded it out, got the win, and did what he had to do. The first round was fire. And in the rematch, I think we're going to see a hesitant Francis, trying to save his cardio, and I don't even know if we're going to see that rematch with Daniel Cormier around. Let's get some advice from the chat. What should Francis Ngannou do?
Life and Logic says Ngannou is a real-life Hulk. Andrew Lopez, he'd get his legs sucked up by Ngannou. Roberto says Francis should fight John Jones. Super fight. Drunk Savage, he should take phone calls. Staley 02, Connor's face. Houston Kratom Shop. Tyson Fury with the flying knee. Chrome T Dome fight. Rumble. Kung Fu Hamster says Stipe best. Francis and DC dude is a beast. Torkenstein, they would literally kill JBH in Dagestan. It's sad. Bro, all right, listen. You made your fucking point. How many times do you have to say over and over again? Oh,
put popcorn on,
this
Jesse.
would happen to JBH in Dagestan. Dagestan would do this to JBH. Dagestan would do that shit. Like, we fucking get it. Do you think that people don't fucking hear you? You're so fucking retarded if you have to repeat yourself. It's
Jesse,
like
stop calling people retarded. That's my thing.
Annoying thing in the world is for someone to constantly repeat themselves over and like you don't think you're heard. You must have a serious insecurity if you have to constantly repeat yourself over and over again. Get over yourself. We get it. We got your point. Something will happen to me in Dagestan. I'd probably get killed. I get it. We got it. Thank you.
Why are you gonna
appreciate
say
your concern?
So you're saying you're gonna get killed in
No,
Dagestan?
that's what Torkenstein is saying.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Anyways.
Boom roasted, Jesse. You took care of business there.
Taking care of business.
By the way, Jesse.
Every day. Yeah.
4 more likes. We beat up the ceiling.
Yeah.
4.
See?
4 more likes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's beat up the ceiling. 96 in the box. Get us to 100. Let's beat it up. Take some more stories. We'll take some more calls too. 18 minutes left in the show.
Every day.
As we wait for the likes, what other stories do we have in the news?
According to MMA Mania, Chris Weidman's dad opens up on his boys' UFC Boston loss. So, Moss, remember when you're making the my boy?
That's my boy.
Well, it's been a rough 4 years for the former middleweight champ Chris Weidman. He's been...
Look at this picture.
Wait.
Oh, I never get so... Figaro. Doesn't it look like he's just like, oh, Chris Weidman, Figaro, my boy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's been a rough 4 years for former middleweight champ Chris Weidman. He's been sidelined with numerous painful and tedious injuries, and his results inside the cage during that time have been pretty awful, resulting in a 1-5 stretch with all losses coming via KO or TKO. The latest defeat came at UFC on ESPN 6, where Chris was knocked out by Dominic Reyes just 1 minute and 43 seconds into the first round. Should he have been able to take that punch that dropped him, or was it just bad luck that he went down so early, leaving many fans and UFC President Dana White talking about retirement? These are questions worth asking, but we have to ask a different question. What's Chris Weidman's dad thinking? We want to know how he is coping with his boy's loss. Weidman's dad has been right by his side through the wins and the losses, declaring after Chris's first loss to Luke Rockhold in 2015, quote, "He's still my boy." Now we get to hear his somber words in the locker room after the UFC Boston loss to Reyes in this clip the promotion shared from ESPN Plus's Destined show. If you click the link, Moss, you can actually see where Chris Weidman's dad got to speak up about Chris Weidman's loss at UFC Boston.
All right, let's click it.
And there is a heartwarming parental support that came to soak up so wholesome and so supportive. With a dad like that, it's no surprise Chris doesn't sound ready to retire or give up on light heavyweight as his new division. Whether that's smart or not, we need to know what you think about.
Oh, God. I like Chris Weidman. He's a nice
down.
guy, but, man, goddamn, is he a bad run for this guy. What am I looking for?
Scroll down.
So this is a statement from his father?
Yes, right here. So if you scroll down a little bit more, Moss.
This is him and his wife. This is
There
after
you
the fight?
go.
What's
Yeah.
this?
This is what his father had to say about the loss.
All right, wait. I don't know if I can show this.
Why?
Because this is fucking,
Mute it until his father starts talking, and then you'll be fine.
Oh, fuck.
You got to hear what his father says.
There's his kids.
Moss.
It's got to suck for them.
You're missing what his father's saying.
Where's his father? Where is he?
You got to play it and find out.
I can't show this.
Yes, you can.
I can't show that, Jesse. You
Oh
know,
my
you know
God.
better. Oh, here we go.
Come on, man.
All right, he's
Not
hugging.
right here.
He's hugging an older lady. Looks like his grandmother
That's
or some
his father.
shit. That's not his father.
That's his father.
Oh, his father carries a pocketbook?
That's his father.
This is his father, Jesse. That's his father.
Moss.
What the fuck are you talking
Look at
about?
the picture.
That's his father. With a scarf or like a female scarf and a pocketbook. What in the holy hell
All right, do
is
you want me
going
to
on?
just tell you what his father said?
That's not his father.
All right, his father said, not many people have what he has. With his kids, his wife, he can always rebuild other things, but what he really has, no one can ever take it from him. It feels empty right now, but you mourn, then you pick it back up again. Quite frankly, that's my boy, and I'm going to continue loving him.
That's my boy.
That's his father.
Oh, boy. Oh, JVH, we love you so dearly.
Listen, So what if his father looks a little feminine? No big deal. Right? Everyone.
You will argue anything. Anything.
To each their own.
All right. Any more stories? Or?
There's a couple more, but if you want to take some calls to intervene.
I do, but let's wrap the stories up, and then we'll take some calls. All right? We'll end the show on calls.
Oh, fine.
Because it is a beautiful Wednesday night, and I'd love to know these stories.
According to MMA Fighting, Sam Alvey has revealed the injury that forced him out of the UFC fight with Shogun Rua. Actually, I'm not going to get too much into the story. If you just take a look at this this little X-ray here.
He's not smiling anymore, Jesse, but you know what I mean.
Wonderful.
He followed it up with a caption on his Instagram that said, quote, "I am so sorry at Shogun official and at UFC. I broke my hand and I need to pull out of my fight on November 16th. An accident in practice has taken me out. My plan and his plan don't always align, but his plan is always better. # God is good." Why do you interrupt me?
No, but where's the break?
I don't know. He got a fracture. I think it's on his wrist. Yeah. See that? Or it's dislocated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moss, would you fight with a dislocated wrist?
Sam, why are you not smiling? Sam, you all right? Sam, you okay? All right.
Wonderful.
That's great. What else we got?
According to MMA Mania's Scott Coker on Roy Nelson's Bellator retirement, says, "I think it might be that time."
You think?
Yeah.
Belly tour?
Yeah, Roy Nelson has carved out a pretty remarkable career in MMA, considering his approach to combat sports consisted of being fat and throwing a heavy right hand. That was enough to win him the IFL heavyweight title, as well as the Tough 10 glass trophy. But then MMA evolved and Big Country did not. That's why Bellator MMA head cheese Scott Coker thinks it might be time for the heavyweight Herdard, who turned 43 back in June, to consider calling it quits after losing 4 straight and 7 of his last 10. He said, quote, "I think that I go back and talk to my team about that. You know, I think Roy brought it and it did his best today. It didn't work out, but we'll evaluate that. I think that it might be that time. I'm not sure, but that's something that only Roy can decide. But as far as what I said on Wednesday, it's definitely a possibility."
Oh, Roy.
Yeah, Nelson is 23 and 18 now, headlined the Bellator 231 event last weekend inside the Mohegan Sun, falling to fellow UFC import Frank Mir by way of unanimous decision. Mir also turned away the portly power puncher at UFC 130 back in May of 2011.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mir could retire too. I'm good with both of them retiring. Not just, even though Mir got the win, that fight was riveting. Oh my God, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
The reason why I was on the edge of my seat is because I was actually trying to hang a noose, and the seat, was wobbling under me. That's why I was on the edge.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill myself watching that fight.
I had to give a shout out to Kevin because he's trying to troll so hard in the chat right now because he feels inferior to a woman. Anyone with a vagina he feels inferior to. And so every time I come up with a news story, he goes, "Got it, next." But you missed it, Kevin, because Roy Nelson didn't retire, you fuckwad. He didn't retire. Scott Coker said he should retire, so get it right before you try trolling, because you sound like a fucking retard.
Now that you've stolen
you fuckwad!
My retard, now I can't say retard anymore.
Yeah.
Now you have to say it all the time, so now I got to find a new thing to call the people.
Yeah.
What do I call the people?
Cunt face.
Fuck. She stole retard.
Joan Savage suggested cunt face.
All right, maybe I'll call them cunt faces.
Yeah, you should call them cunt faces.
Okay. Now, what do we do with Guppy Face over here, Tito Ortiz?
Yeah, Tito Ortiz is back to fighting full time, and he says he wants to smash Alberto El Patron and then face Ryan Bader in Bellator. That's pretty much all you need to know about that one.
All right.
He's come back from retirement like 5 times, right?
Yeah, Tito.
According to MMA junkie Corey Sanhagen, eyes a matchup with former champs Frankie Edgar and
That's
Dominic.
That's my boy over here, Sanhagen. He's gonna be a champion.
And Dominic Cruz. Now, he is undefeated in the UFC. He's 12-1 in MMA, 5-0 in the UFC, coming off back-to-back wins over John Lineker and Rafael Assunção at UFC 241. And then there aren't many people ahead of him in the rankings. He has 2 names in mind for potential next opponents. He'd like to either welcome former lightweight champ Frankie Edgar to 135 pounds or take on former UFC and WEC bantamweight champ Dominic Cruz.
Sandhagen. Yeah, I think this guy's gonna be something. He really looks very good.
Yeah.
And I'm down to see what's next. And here's another guy that I'm high on, Hack Priest. Little mini Kelvin Gastelum over here. Who's he fighting, Jess?
Yeah, he's targeted to fight Drew Dober for a UFC event in January. Nothing has been stated yet, but it's set to take place in Las Vegas is what they're assuming.
This kid's good.
So we got to look out for this fight because this is like a mini Kelvin Gastelum over here.
This kid's really good.
Yeah.
He's got pop. He's got power. Let's look at his tapology. Let's go over to the tap. Tap the ology and twist the cap. All right, here he is. 11-2-0. Hack Parast. He's on a 3-fight win streak. The last one he lost is Morrison held, and then after that, unanimous decisions. But these are I should go on the screen. These fights over here, don't get it twisted here. They were fucking fun. This kid brings it every time, and then has the knockout on the last one, the overhand left over Mr. Silva, Joaquim Silva. Joaquim. Oh yeah, Joaquim. That's what it would be, right? Like the Joker.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the Joker, though.
No, the Joker's Joaquin.
Or was it Joaquim?
No, Joaquin with an N.
I'm calling Joaquim.
And then Joaquim Silva.
That's what I just said.
So M and N, 2 different letters.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it.
No problem.
You helped me out tremendously.
I'm here to help.
So, Nasrat Hakparast.
Yeah.
Fighting again. Some people be like, who the fuck is that guy? He's good.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's good. He's got the it factor. The shit factor. Who else? What else?
That's it.
That's it,
Moss.
Did Sean post?
Yeah, he posted his official certificate of.
Let's see.
MMA-Holes ship.
Let's take a peek.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at that.
Sean on the MMAHoles.com. Whoops, that's Jesse. He put his certificates over here twice.
You want Sean Hart and Paul Hart.
Sean and Paul. There they are. Hold on. There's their certificates. Look at that, Jesse. Unbelievable. So now when people get the promo shirts, not the store stuff. The store stuff is, still helps tremendously.
Got our signatures on it and everything, Moss.
Yeah, look at that. You got our autographs. Fucking celebrities. Yes, look at those beautiful certificates. We're really dipping into the budget.
Why you gotta knock what we do, Moss?
We thought it'd be a cool, like a cute little idea,
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It gives a little recognition
adorable.
to the
It's
OGs.
absolutely adorable. Put it on your refrigerator. I can't believe it got there. It's actually
Frame
one
it.
piece.
It's got our autographs on it, man.
Oh man, it's so beautiful. And the print is running out of ink, so you can see.
No, it's
You
not.
could notice like the fading of the black.
The printer's not running out of ink. You're so full of shit.
But there
That's
you
how
go.
the certificate looks.
And Shannon has one as well. Devin Clark just got it.
I couldn't afford color.
Hey, look at these 2 studs.
Yeah.
Look at those 2 studs over there. There it is, the wonderful, wonderful signs. Throwing up the gang sign. You know what? This is what I want. Some help in the chat. On the MMAHoles.com.
Look at that face.
I want to see you guys throwing up your wonderful, wonderful signs. That's what I want to see. Give me your best wonderful, wonderful signs in public, in front of your mom. It'd be fun, like if you're a kid and you just like do it, like your mom's telling you to clean up your room, and boom, you just throw up the fingers. How was your day at school? And just fucking throw this at them. Boom! Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Any more stories, or should we just open up the phone lines?
Yeah. All right, let's open the phone lines. Roberto with the signs. Staley says, Pixelated Vigo, you bet your ass, bro. Pixelated Vigo says, Staley, Chris thinks he's some kind of big shot mastermind con artist. Well, he is. Are you fucking jealous? Because you're not some kind of big shot mastermind con artist? Get the fuck over yourself, man. Why don't you grow your penis a couple inches?
Okay, what is going on?
I'm feeling it tonight, Mom.
Yeah, you just yelling at everybody?
I'm letting out some inner anger.
What's going on?
Some inner frustrations.
Hey, 405, welcome to the
This
show.
Chrome to you don't, Mom.
Okay, bye. Is that Santa?
Fuck you, Kevin.
Oh my God.
Fuck you, Kevin.
You beat him. You did it again.
Ooh.
Did he hang up, or was that you?
Oh my God. I need food immediately. Immediately.
Spirits up, boss.
I've got 50 likes.
You've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes.
MMA-Holes 50 likes.
Pump it up.
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes.
We did it.
We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes.
Beat the ceiling.
You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
I didn't work out today,
It's like shock.
I needed that.
It's like those shock things. Clear. You know?
I do know.
Clear. Oh, God.
I shouldn't be eating dinner at 1 in the
stupid.
morning anymore. It's just something I can't be doing. All right, let's take another call. 516-522-0267. The chat room on fire. And remember, we're going to be at the MSG, Madison Square Garden, this Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Come by and hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
And girls. You should wear your hat.
It doesn't
more I
have
think
anything
about
to
it.
do with Khabib.
Who cares?
It doesn't make sense.
The hat doesn't make sense as is. So just wear it.
It was so
show
cute
up.
when you were jolting when I did the clear.
It's adorable. I'm an adorable human being.
You're an adorable person.
All right. Get your last minute calls in as the show is winding down. And thank you so much for your participation during this dysfunction.
Pedophilia. Oh, I missed it. Must not have been important. NH, you're live with the MMA holes. What's up?
Hey, it's the knitter.
The knitter. By the way, Ann, speaking of the knitter.
Hello.
Ann, I just knitted a hat. Can you believe it?
You want to show it?
You knitted
I'll
a
go get
hat?
it. I did. I'll show it. Hold on.
Yeah, she the first knitting. I mean, listen, when you think MMA, oh fuck it! Oh, premature ejaculate. When you think MMA shows, you think knitting. And NH, Jesse's inspired by you. Well, crocheting, really.
No, this is knitting.
That's knitting?
Yeah, this is knitting.
What's the difference?
So crocheting is with one needle. Knitting is with two or with the template circle. So
I
this
thought
is
that was
knitting.
crocheting.
No. Crocheting is one. So like I would
Okay.
crochet the top, the little bowl. This is Lee W's, by the way.
Okay.
I would crochet the little ball that goes on top, but I knit the hat. See this? This is the hat.
That's beautiful.
This is the hat.
That is a knit.
Cool.
Now, are you picking the colors or are they picking the
Yeah,
colors?
I'm picking them.
Okay.
But Batgirl picked blue, so I have to do blue for Batgirl. But
You don't see Luke Thomas doing this.
I listen. It's my give back to the community. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
they do
nice.
so much for us. The least I can do is make them a freaking hat for Christmas.
And what's funny, too, is there might be anger in here. So if there's any
No!
argument or anything like that, she rushes to the needles.
Yeah, I
and she
did.
starts fucking... All you see is this. When she's angry, she's like... So when you're wearing this hat, remember...
It's because we argued. It's because Chris and I argued, so I went to the needles for some relief.
I wasn't taking it.
No, that's Lee W's. You're gonna mess it up. This is
the angry knit hat. Oh,
That's the angry
Lee
gnats.
W's hat.
If you notice the hats are producing quicker, like if she's like, I made 5 hats, then you'll
Because
know.
I'm angry. I'm trying to release it in my knitting.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
So what's going on, Ann?
Hey. You guys are great. I just love the show. Thanks everybody for saving the show tonight, all the contributors and everything. You guys are great.
They're good people. They really are. It's a good bunch.
This community is great.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of gets jealous of you guys and your show, and they block you and all this stuff. And I'm going, what a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, they're assholes. They're assholes. You know, they're all assholes, Ann. That's it. They're not MMA holes. They're assholes. We say it. We tell them,
Yeah.
don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. They don't listen.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Well,
You
what
guys
can
are
you do?
different, you know? I mean, so what? Yeah,
right.
that's the whole point. You can't be the same. As you be boring like everybody else going, well, I'm going to pick, yeah, 'cause he can throw some punches and...
Yeah. What do you want? Breaking down fights or knitting? Like, what do you want, right? What the hell you want over here?
Lee W, I'm wearing your hat. You can officially say JBH wore my hat.
Yeah. This is some show. This is
That's so cool.
it's quality entertainment.
Knit, crochet. I can't do that. And if I did, it would be, yeah. It would look kind of funny.
And what's the predictions? What do we have here? We have Street Jesus or Nate.
Nate, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
snap.
Diaz, yeah.
Nate for the win.
Definitely. I said that before.
Do you
Yeah,
do you think that Nate
yeah.
will get a finish or a decision? What do you think?
I think he can get a finish.
Ooh, that's juicy. That's pretty juicy. Take out Street
You know,
Jesus.
he's got those, you know, he's got those fists, you know, but man, he can do the sub, you know. He's got the ground game, you know.
Do it all. I don't know if he can knit
Right.
though. I'm not sure if he can knit.
I don't know. He might be able to knit.
Oh, the dinner's ready.
Nate.
So I'm sorry. The clock just ended. But and listen, real quick, I apologize for that rude noise that came in there. We need to know. I mean, you've been watching this show. You've been around this community pretty much since the beginning, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's been a long time, man. It's been a long ride, and we still haven't had sex, so that's kind of weird, right, Jess? By now, we should have had sex.
Okay.
But put that aside. We do appreciate your support. The fact that you are always here and always hanging with us, even when you're out with your friends, we see you popping into the chat. One of the greatest members of the community, NH.
Or with the family taking pictures. Always got my hat.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I want to show some of that.
Take
But
your hat off. No.
So what happens? So you show up.
Off. No.
I will
not take my MMA hole hat off. No.
I'll see on Facebook. I'll look on there and I'll be like, holy crap, she's just rocking the hat, representing. It's awesome. The best. You're one of a kind.
I love hats, so I gotta get some more. I gotta order.
That's
I
good
have to
stuff.
order
Man.
one. Different colors.
All different colors. Man, you're the best, Em. We really do appreciate your support. Very much.
Well, I didn't know about the shirts because every time never mind. Because Mike wants the shirt too, but every time he looks, it doesn't seem to go up higher than a 2.
Mm-hmm. So in the store, I think it goes up to like 4X in the store. It depends which shirt though. It depends which shirt size over there. With us, we only have 2XL. Like we only have so the wonderful and the Dragons that we send out, the promotional shirts and stuff, that only goes up to 2XL. But in the store on the website, that goes up I think to 4XL. So
NH, do you ever wonder what Mike H would look like if he was like shaven completely, like baby naked?
Wow, I'm just picturing that now.
Yeah,
redhead.
I do that sometimes.
Ginger,
I picture that sometimes.
Shaved.
What, Mike H naked?
Really?
No, you like. Have you ever pictured your partner like shaven, baby naked?
We got Drunk Savage
that
coming
would
in.
Look weird.
JBH, it's fine if you don't get on Fortnite tonight. You're probably tired and suck even more than you normally do.
Never.
Keep practicing and someday you'll be on mine and Moss level.
Never. I actually
that.
got number 2. I got placed number 2 last time. But
You're being called out, Jesse.
yeah.
Ooh, you're being called out by Drunk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Take that.
Don't worry, I'm.
You're hooked. You're hooked on that Fortnite. I said, you know what? You didn't. I said, you're hooked on it now. You're hooked on it. Chris is never gonna have sex again now.
That's it. It's over.
I'm gonna be spending all my time in front of the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the longer you keep she's on the phone, less chance of you going on the second channel. So look at that.
Oh shit, Ann, get off the phone! Get off the phone, Ann!
Get off the phone! Oh, just for that. See, I gotta support Chris because.
Stay on. Stay online. All right, Ann, any last thoughts to the holes? Or thoughts? I don't know what a thought is.
I just want to say I just love this community. Love the MMA holes. Everybody, love you guys. You guys put on great shows, everything. Someday, hopefully, I'll meet you guys.
Oh, that'll be nice, Ann. That would be nice. We'd love to meet you, and we'll have a nice drink together or whatever. We'll have we'll do the handshake together. Have you been practicing the handshake with Mike?
Nah.
You gotta practice it.
Okay, and
little hand.
And will you tell him that it's a boob grab, not a boob stab? Like, he has this thing in the handshake. Like, you're supposed to stab my boob. He doesn't grab it. Like, you gotta grab it.
And imagine a world where women didn't complain.
Grab.
Would you imagine how beautiful this would be, this world? I mean, Ann doesn't seem like she complains.
Why are you being...
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I'm a woman, so yeah, I'm sorry.
again.
Yeah, I do complain, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all right. We love you, Ann.
Once in a while, Mike's got to tell me to shut up, you know.
How dare he? Well, it is what it is. It's part of life. It's part of relationships.
He tells me to erase all my UFC stuff on the DVR because it's taking up everything.
That's awesome.
And I say,
Yeah.
sure. No, I haven't.
You're the
You
best,
stick
Ann.
to your guns, Ann. How dare he do that?
I should do that more often.
Yeah. All right. Ann, thank you so much for the call. Any last words?
Yeah, I just love you guys. You guys are all great.
We
MMA holes for life. I'm MMA hole for life.
We love you, Ann.
Wonderful.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night. Bye.
All right. There's NH. All right, Jess, what a fantastical show.
Yeah, it's time for me to make you a salad, Moss.
Make me food now,
so you
immediately.
can stop being so grumpy.
All right. I'm going to eat. And I love each and every one of you dearly.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel, link in the description, because you never know when we're going to be live. And as always, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.
Let's focus up on